Hey, everybody. How you guys all doing tonight? I find it hilarious that I'm trying to view myself on Twitch here, and I'm looking, and I'm noticing that I'm not even live on my main page, but I am live on my somehow, for some reason, dashboard page. So that's definitely something. How you guys all doing, folks? Once again, my name is KG Prestige, and welcome everyone back to another exciting edition of the PokePod World Podcast, where me and my pals will be joining to go and chit chat away throughout the night. Only because I think we are now in some form of a time loop where we're going to be, for some odd reason, reviewing the very first episode of PM 2019. No, we're just kidding. We're not going to do that. We're not going to just repeat ourselves like an infinite circle here. Though that would be hilarious if we sort of did that trend. I would have loved that. But now we're gonna talk about a couple of things that have been announced not too long ago. Of course, there was the recent whole magazine thing that came out that we're supposed to talk about episodes that were expected within the month of May. So we're going to be talking about that for a little bit. We're also going to be discussing some other various things as well. And if you guys have anything you'd like for us to tackle, of course, maybe we'll have like a little mini Q&A, whatnot, so you could talk to any one of us within the group. And we'll see where things go. Because genuinely, I am really not sure how this is all going to turn out. Because this is one of those rare instances where I've based the series, the pod, of course, with the second hour anyway, because we always have 2 hours. The first hour is being of random shenanigans, and then, of course, the second hour being of the focus on the anime. So I'm assuming that what we're probably going to be doing around with this is we're going to be talking about we're welcome to the pod world. That's it. Just welcome to the pod. But I guess if we're going to be talking about anything, we're probably going to be talking about the future episode stuff. So look forward to that when we get to it. For now, hour one, I think it's just going to be us rambling a little bit, see where things are, and of course talk about some of the silliest gaming things that have just been coming around on the internet lately. So there are quite a lot of things that are worth discussing, and I'm pretty confident, given the crowd of people we tend to have, I'm sure we'll be fine. All right, everybody. So what do you say? Let's go hop into the call. We will see where things will go, and then from there, chaos ensues. Right? That's how it works. So let me go hop into the call real quick, and let's see where it'll go. Boop.
Oh, there he is, the man of the hour.
Yeah, I was chit chatting with the chat because I was letting them know what we're intending to do for the week.
You were chit chatting with the chat.
Exactly. Don't you ever chit chat with the chat?
What makes you think the chat is here to chit chat?
The chit chatters?
What part of that sentence does the word chat come up in chit chat?
At least it's not back chat. That was a song from Hot Space from Queen's 1982 album.
Darn it, we're live. I can't ask you what I was gonna ask.
But anyway, somebody says Tyrone sounds low. Really? You sound quiet?
I sound low?
According to them, yeah.
Well, raise my volume.
Let me see.
And I raise my voice and stare into the eyes of a stranger.
But you guys are perfectly fine on my end. Even when I'm checking on my OBS, it says you guys have your audio up at high.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Check Discord. Maybe the Discord volume.
Hold on, let me
check
see.
My Discord volume or check his Discord volume?
Now, the output volume is always at 100.
Oh.
Right, but I think
at 11.
What we need to do is because my stuff has not changed, so
I don't think mine
changed. You know what I think it is? Hold on, let me just shoot this up real quick.
Okay.
All right, now chat. How does anything sound now? How about this?
How do I sound?
Tyrone sound.
Do you like my soothing voice?
Okay, so you know what it is that actually worked, and this is really dumb if this is true.
Yeah.
OBS was low, but not like in the essence of like in the desktop audio low. It was on the volume mixer low. Who messed with the volume mixer?
You did?
Don't know. You did?
No, why would I mix with the volume mixer?
Because you like to do that.
No, I only like to do that when when do I ever do it?
Jesus Christ.
I don't really ever do it unless I'm playing Sonic games with you guys and I want to hear you guys. Y'all should know better than that. Well, I mean, we should, right? It isn't a stream if there ain't any technical
Richie.
hiccups.
Donnie,
right?
KG's not using a Mac anymore.
I was like, yeah, he's not doing that.
Yeah, I've converted to
he graduated.
PCs.
He graduated to a better.
Yeah, he upgraded.
Platform.
Yeah, and I'm about to probably go and repeat a year because I'm about to get a Mac. So that's gonna be great.
I'm typing the question in the Discord chat. That way we won't have to spill the beans.
Okay.
Beans are spilling.
Yeah, I ain't seen no droppings though. Sadly.
Yeah, where's the SoundCloud drop? What the fuck is this?
We had a SoundCloud drop. We dropped it just like the just like the sound earlier ago. Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I missed out. It seems.
No, don't worry.
No, I would say you came at a good time. He fixed everything.
Yeah, now everything's fine.
All
And
right,
we also got the
good.
people in the
I was
community.
like,
How you guys all
what's
doing in the
talking
chat
about?
today, by the
Fucking
way?
mixtape.
By the way, the last Emerald episode was hilarious. Someone says I'm gonna
It
miss
was. Yeah, it was a really great episode when I went back to listen to it.
Nice message.
I like that message.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good thing to talk about if you like.
Yeah, considering that we have a week of no episode this week.
Yeah, but we have we
We have other topics, obviously.
We have we have Pokemon stuff to talk about.
Yeah, well, of course we're gonna save that for hour 2, though. We need something for the second hour.
We have, I was saying, we have 2 hours.
Is random ass shit.
Yeah, hour 1 is whenever we want to do anything. Because so anyway, normally hour 1, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have been a part of this, and to those who are new, let me give you a little brief idea as to what it is. Hour 1, we just sort of make sure everybody gets on first. Yeah. That's really why hour 1 exists.
That's why we average about like 70 viewers, because we're literally just waiting for everybody to take their seats.
Yeah, and then once everybody gets in, then we actually take the opportunity to go and review the episode, because it's like the best of both worlds, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, making sure we can get some commentary that's not necessarily focused on the anime, and just talk about other things that maybe could be intriguing for people. So,
well, yeah, and plus this allows us to, interact with you guys, talking about other subjects, because, life revolves everything besides Pokemon,
That's a goddamn line, you know it. Also, real fast, since we're talking about Pokemon, again, we're going to announce this again. Pokemon Emerald, TSS has completed Pokemon Emerald. So he is the first person on my channel, at least so far, to have completely completed a game of Pokemon. So we have Pokemon Blue, which is 40 parts. Pokemon Crystal, which is 50 parts. And Pokemon Emerald, which is also 50 parts. That's 140. That's 140 parts of content that you can watch if us just.
And it's gonna be another 100 on the diamond.
Yeah, but that's gonna be 200.
Hey, listen, I was being generous, all right.
Yeah, that's gonna be 200. Diamond's gonna last a while, but so far, if you want to watch all of Pokemon Emerald, it is now available on a playlist on my channel. TSS did a really great job. Part 50 is almost 50 minutes long, so we end off on a lot of hilarity. And, he does some post-game stuff. So, yeah, Pokemon Emerald, we can finally close that book. We can finally bring that book to a close.
However, though, if future opportunities come along, I might stream some extra bonus stuff on my channel.
I should be doing that on Crystal, too, where there might be some bonus material.
Yeah,
because it's still.
What?
I said, do you still have the same crystal file?
Yeah. The Pokemon crystal files. Yeah, because you can transfer it to RetroArch.
Yeah, you can transfer it between emulators. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got a dual intro coming in on the chat tonight, it seems. And also some noise.
Best game ever, Goggle. We need to have a talk, buddy.
Roommates.
See, finally somebody appreciates Diamond as much as I do. I'm so happy by that. That's why I made sure Richie played Diamond for the channel, man.
Eat a dick.
Right.
I am sorry.
Hey, Polly's here, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I said we had a dual entrance come in right now.
Hey, and Evie. What's up, Evie?
Yeah, and actually, we're going to turn that dual into a try, okay?
I'm tired. I'll be real with you. I'm very
triple camera.
Don't worry, my right arm is numb as well. So
I'm tired just from I had to fucking re-image like 90 PCs today, so I'm fucking tired. But
I had to actually go to work after a month.
I had some White Castle tonight, so I feel good.
Oh, he had a dick. You didn't share any with me.
Wow.
No, he didn't eat a dick. He ate White Castle.
I just love how Terrell came in after Richie had said that to me, and now it's just like pass the torch to the next person.
Wait, what did Richie say? Because I
said eat a dick.
He said eat a dick.
Oh, yeah, he said it as well.
Make me
Rubbing
quick
it up.
diamond and shit when I can play a better game on platinum.
I'm happy about it. I'm happy about my influence.
Learn from the best. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't call me the best.
I'm just glad
I guess.
I'm just glad Polly's back.
Polly.
Oh yeah, of course, absolutely.
Shit.
Hey,
How you doing?
we
Good.
missed you.
Oh, I
I missed
missed
you
you
a
too.
Mhm.
Thanks.
This is beautiful. I almost going. Shit, you had me crying here.
It just reminds me of I don't know why, but I always remember this trailer for some reason. When I was a kid, they were advertising the Johto Journey series. And when they did it, Brock has this thing where he goes, "Yes, Brock's back." And then like when he says that, people lose their fucking shit because obviously he was out for a long time. And then we had Tracy, unfortunately.
I love that line.
Yeah, he says it when they're doing the commercial for Johto Journeys, and I'm like, and as a kid, I was hyped. I was like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Of course, that's probably like a kids WB exclusive.
Yeah, it was. It was.
I'm
yeah,
fine
it was
with
a
that.
Line,
WB
which
trailer.
is fine. I mean, that's what they usually do. They actually spent money and actually animated.
Yeah, that was back when they cared. That was back when they put Ash on the Burpathon fucking contest. I don't know why they did that.
Weirdest fucking things, by the way.
Yeah, Kids WB was weird.
I mean, considering that they did freaking epic rotoscoping back in the late '90s with freaking like limited equipment. That was pretty cool.
I like
Yeah.
I like the rotoscope saga we're in currently. I don't know why it's just entertaining to me.
Yeah, right. This is like one really long arc, man. I wonder
Okay,
when the
I
finale's
gotta
happening.
answer. I gotta answer Goggles' question because he said Burpathon. Okay, so way back, God, I'm old. Way back in like.
You're not that old. You don't get to say that.
Back in the old
Hey,
days.
there's people older than you, man.
I know,
That's the
but
point I was
Jesus can say that.
way back in the past, Kids WB CW11 is probably what it's called now. Kids WB used to do these things where they would take their characters from each of the cartoons that was being shown, and they would have them compete in a burping contest. Yes, this is real, by the way. Where each of the characters would show up, and for some reason, Yugi was killing it. I don't know why. He was doing such a good job.
Because he had two burps in one. It was fucking him and it was Yami.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like around 2001.
It was so stupid, but at the exact same time, it was very satisfying to see like what they would do with their cartoons. They would always have them like do sketches. Like I remember Static Shock would say, "I put a shock to your system," and the villains would be like, "Wait a minute, you're gonna shock my sister? What the?" Like they would always take, and that took a lot of cooperation, not just from the animators, like he said, TSS with the rotoscoping stuff, but they also took effort from the voice actors. The voice actors had to go out of their way in order to make these lines.
Yeah, Veronica killed it. It completely.
Oh, Veronica loved that shit. Like it really shows what you can do when you actually put a lot of.
Oh my god!
Wait,
What happened?
who?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Sergi.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Good Jesus Christ! It's like fucking 4 in the morning there, dude.
Guys, play the song.
Wow, we really are just getting the Avengers in here, aren't we?
Dun, 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 dun.
Brock's back.
Oh my god, his voice.
Sergi, what the
His
hell?
first line, Brock is back. I love it.
Sergi,
Wow.
we haven't talked since we made fun of the dub at like 2 years ago.
You're acting like you still don't, Tyrone.
You mean like every time we talk?
Yeah, basically, right? Every single time we talk.
we
No,
lose the
like-
static. No.
Yeah,
No,
so ladies
dude.
and gentlemen, in case you're wondering, yes, Sergi has always had a voice. He's always actually been real.
And now
Yeah.
He's not been an hallucination, this lad.
At
I'm-
Sergi Romero on Twitter. Follow him, please. He needs.
Hold on.
he
I
makes
got
the
you. Hold on.
beautiful-
I'm
he
giving you the
makes the-
spam treatment.
He makes the beautiful art that you're looking at right now on the
I am
PokePod.
literally drawing Nessa right now.
Hey!
Don't say it to her if she's
Oh
not
my
here
God.
at this moment.
Let's
Surprise.
go. Let's
So right
go.
now, I'm gonna see where things will go. Yes, Richie, thank you so much. By the way, you see that? You see
Yeah.
that Twitter links right there that he spammed on the chat?
Follow this man.
Follow
right
this
now.
man.
Follow Sergi.
Yeah. Follow this man, or I'm banning you from this chat.
Okay, listen, man. I want to
All
keep
right,
my
Richie,
views,
all
buddy.
right,
Don't
no,
disrupt
that's
my
right,
viewership,
man.
buddy.
don't threaten him.
We might have to take his mounted privileges away. He's getting a little reckless.
But yeah, follow this man. He does such great art. We look so good in this character selection
I know,
screen.
right? I look pretty good. Looking like I got a mustache.
I still legit want to do like legit fighting poses and idle animations. I want to do that.
Now,
Yes.
now we just need to make the Ultra Street Fighter 4 selection stream.
I'm gonna
Well,
take
if I get a
you
picture of that, I wouldn't mind
around.
having time to
Listen,
play around with
TSS,
that.
if you still have a link to how much that deal you have for Street Fighter 4,
Dude, I could give it to you like right now.
we might need to throw some hands later.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I paid like I got the code for like $6.65, and I got 30th anniversary for like $8.
Oh yeah, we'll wait until after the stream, but yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that was like the most unexpected thing, because I was thinking, oh, maybe I could find something, and then I found it. It's
Well, it
like
was weird because we were talking about fighting games like right before I went to bed that night, and then the next day you were like, "Oh yeah, I bought Street Fighter 4."
Yeah, and it was like at 2 a.m. in the goddamn morning.
And I'm like, "You motherfucker!" I was like, "Where?" That's like, "Damn."
And
Anyway,
I
now it's part of
realized
that
that actually,
conversation.
and I
Just doing something
realized that actually keyboard fucking works.
All right, so that's not do it yet because I'm fucking.
Keyboard is technically just a larger scale, whatever arcade
It's like
thing.
it's like a hit. It's like the hitbox, except you're using actual keys.
It says that's one of those nights where we're gonna be playing a good number of matches, and I can't do it right now because I have work.
Yeah.
Well, I need to get good first. I need to learn.
I'm not good at it either. I was pretty bad at Street Fighter. You know what? We're not. This is Kate. We're doing Pokemon stuff.
No, we'll
talk about other stuff.
We're fucking around. We could talk about this.
Okay.
Okay,
didn't
so
have-
just out of curiosity, not to curiosity, but more so to
Also, you can get
respond
Street
to
Fighter 5
someone's
for $10,
curious
by the way.
question. Someone's actually asking, by the way, what pod members are in the lower part of the PokePod artwork? Those are in the blue marks that you see there. Those are everyone that is present in the call, minus
Except for JPR.
minus yeah. Evie, take his spot for now. So there you go.
Yeah.
See, I'm going.
So I guess
to be the
if we
one
were
that's-
going-
Sergi, probably you should make the Floofmeister for Evie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actual Floofmeister,
But I guess
the mascot one.
I guess to be fair, because to be fair, the only way you would see these icons is on KG's podcast, and I use them sometimes for some of the thumbnails.
Which is funny because you have
I
access
use
to
them.
them.
I use them. I would say I use them for my thumbnails for the videos too.
Yeah, Tyrone will use them too. If we were going from left to right, it's Richie. Then you go up, it's me, and then you go up at the top, it's Tyrone. You go down a little bit, it's KG in the center. Up again, you're at TSS. Down again, you're at Polly, and the last one is John.
Yeah.
And then the red ones are just our mascot.
Yeah. So,
The mascots to go alongside with them.
ironically enough, the mascots are in a weirder position because like the Dene should be connected with Raichu. I mean, the Dene should be connected with Tyrone.
So the Dene should be up and Heracross should be down.
Yeah,
Well,
but then I would not have like.
Yeah, but
see,
then-
I
yeah,
had
but-
intended that, but then
Yeah,
one
but
person
Mega
would not
Charizard-
have
yeah,
one.
Mega Charizard X is Richie's, so.
No, see, but then
Yeah,
I don't
true.
have one for
That's my boy.
for John and his Arcanine, which is going to be the
Yeah.
empty spot. So
Oh, I see.
I put
Well,
myself in
John
the
and
middle there because
You went for functionality over like.
listen, I went for visuals than functionality here.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And also, now thinking about it, I put the mascot of Ruby in the middle because it technically plays for both. So it's not
Yeah.
just simply
Yeah, it does.
it's
So
not
it
just
connects,
it connects in a way. It's
Yeah,
me
but
and it's
we
my
both
mascot in
know.
the same form right there.
Okay, we both know there should be a Zora.
Sergi is Tabasco Boshi. And
Oh no, I have a Zorua artwork. I've just decided
see,
to
here's what
allow
happens. If
Ruby
you
to be the
click-
one.
If you click KG's character while holding select, then Zorora. will show up.
It's like if back in like Smash Melee. where
Yeah,
you could
it's a
pick-
hidden costume.
Yeah, like you could pick Sheik if you held down the button. to select
Mm-hmm.
things
Yep,
out.
it's a
Yeah.
it's a hidden costume.
That's crazy.
But yes,
what are your
once
alternate
again,
colors then? That's what I want to fucking know.
if
My-
everybody
my-
was to get variants, I would love to see
Dude,
how
I
people.
would-
Well,
would-
the
I
alternate
would- I fucking
color,
would
the
like-
alternate color for me
Oh.
would just be Show's color.
Just the regular one, right? The regular
Yeah, the
greenish.
orange.
But see, I feel like
orange,
half
the
of us
orange.
like blue.
Yeah, and I like the creativity is there, ladies and gentlemen. You can go have fun with it. Just literally
Yeah.
grab the image,
Yeah, but
put
I'm saying-
hue, and then just slide it to the
Yeah,
right.
We need
We need some color palette swaps.
we need like Love Live. Like they have their image colors and they have their emojis and they have their like,
Where
Or maybe
you
we,
were?
or maybe we could have like our trainer
Damn it.
outfits and our
Polly.
casual
Yeah, I was
outfits.
gonna say Polly. Is someone gonna download our bath?
okay,
Our-
I'll
our-
come up with this.
Someone's
Oh,
gonna
now she's
download our.
excited.
Someone's gonna download our bathing suit DLC.
Relax.
Alright.
Relax,
Wait, what?
buddy.
Have we even
Because
gotten
realistically, like for the guys, we would all look the same. We're all literally with no
Just
shirts on and just
with
trunks on.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me
Yeah,
no
like,
shirt. Blue shorts.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
I'm
it's
not drawing that. Sorry.
Thank you. You
Denied.
saved us. Bless the Lord.
Wait, what were you saying? Wait, did you say shirts or?
No, he's just not wearing that.
Most of us.
No, most of the guys would be shirtless with just swimming trunks, and then Polly and Nessa would just have like different bikinis.
Yeah. Yeah, but once again, that is denied.
Yeah, but so somebody says Makenji's mascot's always naked.
We can do the Misty. We can do the Misty and Lana thing.
Yeah.
There you
So
go.
who's won?
Shut up,
Shut up, Richie.
Ah, come on.
Someone says no fan
All
service.
right, I gotta take Richie out back now.
Richie.
Oh shit, poor Rich.
Richie, I want to explain this in context. I love you, but shut up.
I made it, Mama. I made it.
Also, to be fair, girls have more variety in their bathing.
Yeah,
suits,
they
so
do.
So you can
Yeah.
have like different.
Meanwhile,
types
we're
of
basic as shit.
Yeah, we just have blue shorts and then blue shorts with stripes, and then there you go.
Exactly.
Nobody ever looks at the shorts.
Well, I mean, that's literally all we would be wearing,
Exactly.
unless some of us were self-conscious and we decided to put on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
There's swimming suits. Those exist.
Would you
Like
wear
with a bow tie
swimming
and everything?
No, I mean like it's just like
Jesus
Jesus
Christ.
fucking Christ.
suit? I think he means like a diving suit.
Yes,
something
those
like that.
things that like in Pokemon actually they have them. Those little swimmer suits. They have like they cover the whole body, but they're very skin tight.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just go with casual outfits over
Yeah.
swimsuit outfits. I think those would be easier.
I'm a little bummed out. It's not much
Because I don't
more than that.
imagine that Tyrone's always wearing a hoodie all the time.
You don't know that.
I would bet money.
Pull
But-
strings to hoodie.
Also, side note, you didn't do that at DC, so I do know you don't wear it all the time.
Shut up.
Yeah, because he doesn't like shorts.
Those are my out clothes.
I have pictures of you not wearing a hoodie.
Those are my out clothes.
I have evidence.
Those vests I was
I think everyone has.
You're gonna be
tendency.
blackmailing the blackmail, man.
those vests I were wearing had hoodies.
I'll be
They
blackmailing
had
the
hoods.
blackmail. That's good.
Boo.
Well, that one's pretty good. Come
Oh,
on.
it's
on,
funny.
man.
I'm giving him shit.
He always wants to get. He gives me shit for my birthday. He gives me shit.
It's shit.
Gonna send you a lump of coal as an early Christmas.
What did you get
Wow.
there? It's shit.
The only thing I can say in those moments, at least I know that Tyrone.
Shit, if I do it.
That's all I'm concerned about.
Just imagine like somebody gave Terrell a present. It's like nicely wrapped and everything. Santa made something extra special for you, and he rips open the box. It's shit.
For
Also,
you.
thank you, Donny Arts. Thank you, Donny Arts, for clipping that.
Talented,
Yeah, the
talented,
clip
elated pasta Asian glow. That's awesome.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, the name of the
Oh
link.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you can always
I
thank this
love
company
reading
for the
So
creative.
I have to see. The problem is usually when things get clipped in your string, KG. I have to remind myself that almost immediately after I'll hear TSS read the title of the URL, and I have to remind myself that's the title of the URL and not the fucking him just saying random words in the middle of this in the conversation.
What's
Yeah.
the difference?
That's pretty true, Richie. I'll give you that one.
Well played.
Well, shit.
Victor.
I think you know what, and I don't know. I'm weirdly getting on topic here, but that's a weird sentence to say that, right? Now that we have this time away from the latest episode or whatever, you guys want to go through like what you think? We'll go individually about what your favorite Pocket Monsters episode is. Oh, we don't have to call it that anymore. We can just call it Pokemon Journeys.
Oh, you mean?
Oh,
Yeah, but
well,
but
I
how
guess
about
we
we
should
talk
probably
about-
talk about that then first.
Yeah, I mean
Well-
everybody's heard about it, but we need to talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about. Now, my question is: do you want to talk about the scan first, or do you want to talk about the?
I think the scan, once again, the scan will probably save for last hour.
We'll do the,
Save the
we'll
best
do
for
the
last.
Scan
Let's
for
get
later.
the easier
Yeah.
part over with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, Tyrone, I thought you wanted to also talk about something beforehand. Or are you going to save that for later?
I was saying like we can just like while we have this time away from episodes, probably pick like, hey,
No,
what's
we're
your
talking about
favorite?
The other thing. The other thing.
What's your the other thing? The dub?
No, the thing you wrote in the chat before.
The other
Oh,
thing.
that. Do y'all want to talk about that? Can we talk about that yet?
Well, first of all, it's a great way to kind of also promote the existence of it, don't you think?
All right, let's go for it,
Let's
boys
do it.
and girl.
Hey, Nessa.
Oh,
Oh, Nessa's trying to jack.
Oh,
This
Nessa.
got
And she
nothing.
says it was awkward to join.
Because she
Yeah,
said she
well-
might not join, and I'm so happy
Might
she
not
changed her
join.
mind.
This guy. This is
No, because I saw something that Tyrone wrote on the backstage,
It's
and I was
always
like, I'll
Tyrone.
probably
Yes,
just
it
sit this one, the little bit out.
Nessa.
I don't understand.
It's Tyrone's
I'm actually
tribe. I
confused
know.
about it, but-
Just every-
Okay.
Oh, well,
so
first
that's
of all-
well, we're about to explain anyway, so you'll understand.
Oh
in a
yeah,
second.
let's get into it. It's KG. So
Yeah.
we'll-
Also, before we get into that, happy 1 year anniversary to event weekend. By the way.
Ah, yes. Finally,
is
some
it
love.
really today?
yeah.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
already been a year.
sweet. Oh, last year, right?
Yeah, the Russos were actually having a little bit of fun with that, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very happy. First of all, thank you for creating such a legacy of a film, man. I
Yeah, on
love
Twitter
it.
it says Avengers Assemble. It's trending.
Yeah, man. That scene will never ever leave our memories. I'm telling you, if you have never went to watch the film in theaters, I can easily say you most definitely missed out on an experience and a half, man.
Don't shame people. Don't shame people who come.
I didn't. Okay, I'm just looking on Twitter right now. It's
Happy birthday, Donnie. You have the same birthday as my mother.
Happy birthday, Donnie.
So wait, happy birthday to TSS's mother too.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy birthday, TSS mom.
Happy birthday, TSS's mom.
What did you get? What did you get your mother?
Yeah, come on, y'all.
What? I ordered White Castle for her
Yeah.
because there's really nothing I could do. What the?
Yeah,
fuck?
you can't do anything in quarantine.
I can't do anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you out, mom.
Like I can't even go. I if I would take her out to like the local Irish pub around here, but it's fucking closed.
I know
Like,
it's
it's
true.
delivery
but I just love how that just came out like that, though.
I feel some type of way
Since
that I'm denied this food for years, and it's gonna continue as a saga. It's fine. One of these days, I'll get my White Castle.
well, since we're talking about the Avengers anyway, I think KG.
That's a perfect example, no? With
I
the
think
event-
it's time.
Yeah.
To what?
that needs to be explained.
Tell the people
about
tell
what?
the people
All right, Tyrone,
what's
Tyrone,
transpired.
You're too excited. We're
Yeah, I know, right? I think it's a little too exciting. Honestly, I
We're
was just
holding
gonna.
this still
I
up.
was hoping this
We're
conversation would have lasted only just for the mere factor that I was actually getting an image to set for this moment.
Ah, okay.
I'm curious because I don't know about this at all. But whatever you're about to say,
It's relatively new, to be
yeah,
fair.
it literally happened recently.
It's Donnie Art's sister's birthday, not.
Ah, okay. Happy birthday, Donnie Art's sister.
There's a lot of happy birthdays.
Yes.
It's an important day.
Happy
what
birthday!
was 9 months ago? All right.
No,
anyway.
chill out.
and also 3 years ago today was my first full day in Japan.
Okay, stop it.
Sorry,
No,
no,
Happy
second
9
day,
month.
Remember when we did stuff when we were outside?
I was in Nebraska a year ago. Anyway,
Happy birthday, Nebraska.
I was at work this time ago today.
Nebraska.
3 years ago, I was sitting
Can't
on
buy
my
Windows.
computer.
You still can't buy Windows 1.0 there, by the way.
Happy
that's
birthday, Windows
unfortunate.
0.
Anyway, let's.
So what's this new
let's
thing,
get to-
KG?
Nothing really. I was just making another artwork to transition to that one then.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Because
Yeah,
I was doing this for a while, and I'm probably still gonna add more on it, honestly. But it's actually representing what you're seeing right here in the whole layout right now with this thing. I actually decided to expand on it because the thing Tyrone wanted to talk about was actually based on that this year. That's being presented on screen right
Look at
now.
this.
It's on screen.
It's on screen right now. Look at that.
Oh, that.
It's Super PokePod 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting.
Yeah,
Here
extended.
comes a new challenger.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, not too long ago, we had the opportunity, and of course, to take this chance to talk with some of our new friends and old friends, and it was such an amazing experience, man.
Shit.
To explain this, go on.
Is this the first DLC fighter pack?
Yeah, it is. This is wave 1 of the DLC
Actually, yes,
fighter
it
pack.
is.
You get
I'm not
5
banned
new
for it.
characters and 2 Pokemon. One of them
Yeah, I'm
being
not
everyone's
banned.
fan
Terrell,
favorite.
did you just say what I thought you said?
And they're gonna charge you fucking
Too much.
$35 for it. No.
You're all gonna buy it though.
They're all Fire Emblem characters.
I'm gonna just add one of Crom later.
I think they're clones. Together we ride, goddammit. Together we
KG,
motherfucking
KG, tell
ride.
it. please explain to the folks out there because
Yeah.
people are like going, "What the fuck is going on?" So
Yeah, so our friend, everyone knows him as Entity Maze or Tepiki Maze, as the internet's now taking it. Yeah, I feel bad for that poor lad.
1, 2, 3 for Tepiki.
Welcome to the internet, folks.
Yeah, so Entity Maze made a server. It really grew a lot of traction, but it not only just simply grew traction in terms of the fan base, it also made a community way for a lot of us actually to kind of get together to hang out. So of course we actually got the opportunity to just not just only chat with them in the messages, but also talk with them too. Being a lot of the people here, of course there's many more that are in that group as well, like Zoro, for example, who's not included in this just yet, but it's such an amazing community that I'm really loving. I think honestly the general trend is just getting a little too chaotic for my own taste, but like when I'm hanging out with these folks here, no, it's a lot of fun. Of course I'm talking about Zaku, Raph, Entity,
Lumio's trainer Zach,
if we're gonna go by their actual names,
It's
like
literally
Hacking,
just a hodgepodge of your greatest PokeTubers.
Yeah, and it's funny
Are you a
because
fan of chaos? Do you want more chaos in your chaos? Well, come join the chaos Discord, and you'll be in all types of chaos.
All types of chaos. It's chaotic.
Yeah.
Indeed. So yeah, it's just more so we're just simply chatting away with them, and we're just wanted to let everybody know about the community. I'm pretty sure our boy Entity Maze has a tweet about it on his recent video for the reaction of PM 2019, if it's still up. And you can also probably check out at Twitter as well over at Entity Maze. So if you haven't had a chance to go and hop into the server.
So would Entity Maze in this situation be Nick Fury?
No, he's he's the Emolga. He's the Emolga.
Yeah, he's what's that cat from the Captain Marvel?
Goose.
Goose. There you go.
Goose.
Goose. Did someone say Goose?
I don't like that name.
Goose.
Oh yeah, Goose Cat.
Yeah.
I can't escape Goose.
He could be.
Damn it!
No, Kevin has to be Goose.
Yeah.
I don't even know who I am in that poster.
Emolga can fly.
Mocha can fly? I would have never guessed.
Actually,
no, hold on.
Looked at it.
Yeah, anyways.
I was like, I always saw Emolga for Entity Maze. I always saw that all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like, I think there's some of them I kind of recognize, but I was like, I never interacted with them personally, to be honest.
And their group, Ben, is the Entity Maze. The way that he's treated is basically the same thing that happens with me in the PokePod. Like, it's actually kind of funny.
To be fair, I think we treat you a little bit better than that.
Because we don't.
Zach went out of his way in order to make fun of Entity Maze. It's out of love, but he put effort.
There's one thing I wish we could talk about, but we are never going to talk about it here. I'm just going to say that right now. There are some things that are going to be left on.
There are some things not meant to be said on stream. At least we don't make fucking meme pictures of Tyrone and put like fucking.
Well, to be fair, part of the reason why we don't do that to is because we don't have enough pictures of Tyrone to get to me. We need more pictures of Tyrone to me. Now
y'all know why I don't show my face.
That's not why you don't show your face. You don't show your face because you haven't shaved.
He's right on that too.
Yeah.
Somebody says, but are they doing pods? Yes, indeed, they are actually. Can we
edit that out? Can we?
No. What is on the internet stays on the internet, buddy.
Edit that.
And that's why life is hard.
Unless I forget to record this, then maybe we'll have issues. But I think we'll be fine.
You always have OBS on. Don't act like you don't have it on.
Oh no, it's crashing.
Damn it, we got to record Emerald again? Fuck.
Oh no, it's crashing.
Yeah, that Emerald experience was great. But I will say the re-recording was great, though.
Kind of got on cocaine in that second recording.
I mean, hey, we have to do it for one part. Why not the entire thing?
No, buddy. We got a little chaotic the last time we had to re-record anything.
Oh no, my thing fell. Hold on.
Hey Trey, hello there.
Hey, I was hoping to see Trey actually.
Hey Trayman.
Oh, is he the one who added me on Discord recently?
How far you've come from advertising the server to being a top dog?
Right.
So he should bark in the chat then, right?
Hold on. I'll help you out.
Whichever is preferred.
Bark?
I'm joking.
Waff is more like.
I'm joking. You don't have to do that.
But yeah, so like I told you, we have members here in the chat as well who are also part of the the AnyTuber side for Pokeani stuff, and Treeman is another one. He was another good friend of ours as well. And hopefully, in the coming years or weeks or who knows how long, when we can get all this situation resolved, what's going on in current events, we can all just have a good time in the future,
The biggest issue, of course, is that since the Anti-Poke Bros, about 75% of them live across the pond. That is a little bit of a 5-hour difference. The biggest problem. Yeah, it's the pond across the pond.
That's not a pond. That's like a fucking
ocean.
Yes.
Punk.
Yeah, but that's
Charles,
the whole.
shut the fuck up.
You don't get it. That's
Continue, buddy.
That's a respectful term for the freaking Atlantic Ocean. All right. But it's like 5 hours. But the problem is it's 5 hours difference. So usually when we do these podcasts, we start at 10 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 in the morning for Britain, and most of the time they're not up. And besides, we do this on Monday, so that means Tuesday morning. So, what we would have to do is we would have to go at like early afternoon, like on a Saturday, because that's probably
on a Saturday would be the perfect time for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because any other day we try this, hell no, buddy, we ain't gonna be able to.
No, buddy.
Once it messes with time zones, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially in Europe, because I have a few friends of mine who lives in Europe, and I do message them almost every day, and then I always have to remember, oh yeah, they're like 6-7 hours ahead of me.
Yep.
Yeah. Same.
But in Japan is worse because it's 13 hours during the summer and 14 hours during the winter, and Australia is even worse because
I think when it's 20 hours.
No, not that bad. But
Not
I'm
that
just saying, no. I'm saying that if they live in like Sydney, then the time difference from here is like 16 hours during the winter time.
I hate you, KG. I see what he's done.
No.
I see what he's done.
Transparent goose time.
So to kind of condense it all, essentially we've started branching out and interacting with more of the Pokeani community. And granted, it's not like we didn't know of these guys to some degree before.
Yeah, we've all chatted on like Twitter and social media stuff.
Yeah, Twitter. Yeah.
It's more. We've interacted to some degree. It's just now that we're all in a Discord.
We've had light crossovers.
And
actually, this is my first time hearing this, so that's why.
Well, I didn't, because I got invited to the Discord through TSS, which was like a week ago, right?
Which I think was around the time when it was created.
Oh, so the Discord server was recorded.
Yeah, because Zach
relatively
I got in there because Zach posted the link on his Twitter and
and Ben told me about it.
TSS is really quick about asserting himself. So he got in there. He got all these links to share. And now everyone has an in. You gotta get his invite through invitations. TSS is the man with invitations, so go harass him on Twitter. Invitation.
I just randomly joined it. Oops.
There you go. I also posted a link in there if you'd like it as well.
It's pretty chaotic from my.
Yeah, it is. It reminds. Yeah, the
Sounds like,
general reminds me.
Moderator.
The general chat reminds me of a Yahoo chat from 2002, except there's no size 96 rainbow font and like spam.
No, that would be pretty awesome to add, though.
So to give you anyone who wants to join suggestions, put that shit on mute and then just kind of check it periodically if you're interested.
Oh yeah.
Because if you have
Please
that shit going off, you will shoot someone. And I've been very close.
Your phone will probably just go off forever.
Tyrone has
I think I probably would shoot myself already.
It's gonna be like that.
Listen, I don't like this casual conversation of shit.
Listen, why'd you shoot yourself? Too many notifications? Oh no, I got no notifications.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. That's the sound effect of the gun.
Sometimes it's like I like some chaos, but sometimes too much chaos is kind of.
See,
There's
there's
a
chaos.
shipping channel. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, she's excited.
Yep, she found her spot now, folks. So if you want to see Polly, go there.
It's what
Polly will be posting a lot of shipping pictures and chaos will.
No, I might be attacked by all the Amore I'm seeing.
Oh
Anyway.
God!
Yeah, I highly recommend. Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
right,
be
we got
flooded with
vaccines for
Amore. So another exciting news: Serena's coming back, so that's great, right?
What?
Who said that?
Yay!
Okay. All right. I need to step in here because I gotta fucking shut down these people because they're too fucking thirsty. Okay? I'm sorry.
Hey, thirsty for what?
Hold on. Let me
For
get my
Serena.
popcorn. Let me get my snacks ready.
Although, if we're gonna
Alright,
talk
he's
about that
referring
real quick,
We're gonna- but I'll
TSS,
tell-
please let me get something for you. Hold on.
I actually don't believe you guys right now.
Let me just.
That's the point.
To be fair, I think
No. If these people are
Serena
thirsty,
the
I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them
shit.
fucking Crystal Light, which is like almost the worst drink you could have.
Poor
I mean, that's
lads.
debatable, personally.
Yeah, no.
I'm just waiting for
I
TSS
did
to
see
go ahead.
Serena simp. I was like, I did see that part. I was like, eh.
Simping is a way of life that you may not agree with.
All right, TSS, the floor is yours. Give us context.
Oh jeez.
Well, it's actually about the scan, so I don't know.
Aw, I thought you were gonna talk about the fact that Serena's a simp.
That's pretty funny.
Damn it.
Here, in fact, look, we even have an image specifically dedicated to it too. It's right there.
No,
Look at that. It's beautiful.
Don't do this. Oh god.
Look at that. It even says it
Oh,
right there in
God.
big bold words.
What?
Oh my god.
Why?
Yeah, I saw that. Totally saw
I'm
him.
so Where did this even come from? Is my
I think that just
There is a
trolling.
Twitter account that goes under the name of "Your character is a simp."
It's a simp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody actually added at this person and told them put Serena and tell her that she's a simp. Which, I mean, to be fair, she kind of was, but like, aside from that, though,
Just
Here we
remember,
go,
Quark
then.
as the original simp.
exactly,
You get all the same.
exactly. If we're gonna represent Serena in some form, we title her the simp. There you go. Right?
It's time for XY sequel discussion.
Oh, where's the gun?
No, we did that 4 weeks
sitting
ago.
for
I don't think we
Where's
need to
the
do that for poor
gun?
Tyrone again. It hasn't even been half
Somebody
a decade
give me
yet.
the gun, please.
Yep.
Oh god.
Brock is the original simp. No, he's a pimp.
Hey, now,
Don't contribute to this chaos, please.
no, I will defend Brock.
Now,
Oh,
somebody
wait,
says, "Why do you
now
guys
that
hate
we-
her now?" No. See, they don't hate her. I
Okay.
hate her. There's the difference there. So don't include them in my chaos.
Kevin's pretty open about it, but at least he specifies and says it's his.
Listen, if I'm gonna, if it's my shit, I want to make sure I'm credited for it. I don't want anybody else to be credited for something that they're not a part of. It's always has to
Well,
be
I'm
like
glad.
that.
I'm glad you take responsibility for your shit.
I will gladly take those L's or W's,
Alright.
depending on how people side in that whole thing.
I find it entertaining, so it's always a W in my book. That's just
Yeah.
how I live.
Oh no, I still love the whole amor shipping thing. Don't get it twisted. I'm only just doing this just because it's just fun seeing everybody go into chaos whenever I say something
Yeah, I
simple
haven't
like
like
that.
That's like
No.
me watching the dumpster fire from 20 yards away.
You know how easy it is
I
to
like Serena, I
fool
don't like
people,
her.
guys? You know how easy it is to just get into everyone's minds?
I'm
When
gonna
you
say,
all
weirdly
you
enough,
say
this
is
hasn't
just
fazed
one
me.
little thing
Did I
and it
hear
just
someone say I don't like
ignites
Serena
something.
anymore?
No, I said I'm the opposite. I like Serena. I don't like him worshiping.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly, I haven't let it phase me. I'm the XY fan, and I'm just like, that's a thing.
No, you're the
I can-
XY stan.
I've already made it
I
clear
get
to
a
ignore
fucking
shipping
daily
altogether
brief
because it's a
about
kid show. so
protecting
that's-
Serena.
I was like,
Oh,
It's just like looking at chaos outside and going, huh, that happened. Well,
Ignore shipping.
no, I was gonna say, I actually remember.
Ignore shipping. That's a good one, Sergi.
I kind of remember. I remember a few years back to when around the time when Serena lost her first, I guess, her contest thing back in like XY60. Someone
Yeah.
made a clip where they inserted the song say, and then
Yeah,
as she was falling down, it was like a couple years ago, but it actually made me laugh. I was like, I know this is sad, but this is too funny. I'm sorry.
I mean, because I could literally point out Ash's sides. Ash gave her a gift. He's the only female traveling companion. He asked to join him rather than it being the other way around. He took time to actually talk to Serena, which he doesn't do with the other females. Yeah, like I can say that, but I know it's gonna keep going. So I'm just like, let it just let it happen. Just let
Tyrone,
the
you
joke.
literally
That
did
happened,
that.
yes.
I actually found it cute.
Just let
I was
the
like,
joke happen.
Wait a minute,
But-
Tyrone, you literally just did that thing where you made your defense argument, but phrased
No.
it in a way as if
oh my god.
would you phrase it in a Polly, I don't like how you're
Mhm.
excited. I don't like how excited.
Get
You're
excited.
so excited to see me get into an argument with
No,
Tyrone.
no, no, that was
No,
out
I'm
of fear.
not getting in one. I'm not getting in one because I know it's not worth it.
Wants to get whatever.
I have the tools to fight it. I'm just like, nah, this war ain't.
Don't do that. I'm just saying, don't
Why?
do
When
that.
you talk about the Johto series.
The goose is gonna eat the icon.
No, because Tyrone's doing that thing where he like, I have the gun to protect all things, but I'm not gonna use it.
No,
Like,
I'm not gonna use it. It's
but you're telling me you have the gun, so I'm
it's
like,
a Twitter joke. Who gives a shit?
you give a shit.
If we didn't give a shit, we wouldn't be talking about it.
So it says, Tyrone, I am with you, though. So don't worry, buddy. You have some friends around.
I'm just gonna let
Yeah,
it
T
go.
Pika.
Yeah. Hey, Pika. How you doing, buddy?
If any more
Hey,
people come here,
Pika.
I'm gonna have an aneurysm. I'm just,
Jesus.
See, this is why I love this sort of thing, man.
it's too
I
much
love
chaos,
chaos.
and I don't have it. And I'm not
I was like,
focusing enough
I'm
on
with
it.
you too, Tyrone. So
No, yeah, I know it's just at a harmless fun, so I'm not.
I love somebody quoted your line. It's a Twitter joke. Who gives a shit? Tyrone 2020. That's gonna be your
That's my quote.
yeah,
it's a
your
Twitter joke. Who
slogan
gives a-
campaign thing.
Sir, how would you describe what's that girl's name on YouTube right now? The Susie, whatever the fuck her name is.
Susie Lou.
Yeah, how would you describe Susie Lou? It's a Twitter joke. Who gives a shit?
Has no like connection whatsoever, but still says it anyway.
It's
How
fine.
would you describe Destiny Fomo? She's a Twitter joke. Who gives a shit?
Tyrone, no, that's how you describe your thirst. We're not gonna talk about that tonight.
No,
Your
Yeah,
thirst
what do you mean
is
no? Why did you follow her on Twitter, Tyrone?
I look.
exposed.
What was that? I'm
Tyrone.
sorry. What was that, lawyer? He doesn't need to fucking disclose that reason.
That just makes you look more guilty, though.
My lawyer said I don't have to say shit.
Tyrone, you're a healthy man. It's okay, but just be real with yourself. You just don't want to be exposed. to
Tyrone
other
said I
people.
said, okay, Terrell, at the time, my client was unaware that she was a simp.
What the fuck?
Move on. We're gonna move on. I'll explain it after the thing. I don't want to expose Tyrone. Some
we're gonna move on from.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what do we exactly move on from
On
though?
two.
KG, I don't want to embarrass Tyrone on street. That's all I'm gonna
Well, I
say.
tried to ask this before, but the question didn't get tackled. I was gonna say, since we got this time with no Pokemon Journeys episode, what would you all say? Just KG, you can pick the order since it's obviously your show. What would you say the order would be like? What would be your favorite Pokemon Journeys episode so far? Like out of all the ones we've gotten,
Out of all 23 episodes, I think it's 23.
all 23. Yeah, it's 23.
Oh, the
Yeah,
Oh, the
all
new
the
series.
new ones.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, what's your
Yeah,
favorite episode?
what's your favorite episode?
mine's 18.
I want to
18?
say 10.
I wonder why.
I want to say 10 because 10 is probably to me the start of it all in regards to completely opening up what the series is truly all about.
Pokemon World Champion.
I believe episode 10 was the Dragonite episode.
You're
Oh,
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one for me. Not because of
Okay.
just the episode itself, which was good, but
It's
only just
fucking
because of
Dragonite!
how it's like just pretty much ignited everyone's excitement for PM 2019. Because I know a lot of people were very critical at the early ages of PM 2019 with how the episodes were pretty slow paced and whatnot. So when the Dragonite episode started to kick in, I feel like that's when the story began to slowly move forward. And it's people in the chat saying, yeah, the Dragonite changed the game. They changed the metagame up, and here we are.
I actually really like the Gengar episode too. That was like probably I feel like if
Yeah.
I would choose
Which
my
one?
top
He had
three.
two of them.
The
His
first
capture episode.
the capture episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one because I was like I kind of felt
Ow.
bad for Gengar, but I don't know like why I didn't even join that one more than I thought I would. It was a lot.
Nessa, I agree with you. I like the episode 18 as well.
If
But
I would
that
choose
was
my
so
top
quick,
two,
though.
yeah, I think a lot of the episodes in the teens were actually I ended up liking more because I was a little slow for me, and then it finally picked
Yeah.
up. Just as KG just said.
That's because the first 10 episodes were like all filler. It felt like.
So,
Yeah.
Even though, like, actual canon things happened.
Yeah, things happened, but it felt like in canon.
Yeah, it didn't really add much aside from that. But
alright,
yeah, so hold on. Yes, we're all waiting for that fabled moment. Don't worry, buddy. You just have to wait a little longer because now it's delayed for who knows how long. Isn't it crazy? Because we were supposed to be getting these episodes literally next
Yeah.
month, and now we're gonna have to wait till probably 2021 for all we know.
Fuck you, Corona.
It's
I
always
don't think
it's always a
The
Team
beer,
Rocket
the beer.
episode, and it's
Oh,
always
yeah, the beer.
episode
Yeah, the beer.
24.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, you're right. The
almost-
Scrub
almost
episode
like-
was right.
Yeah, it's almost Cinco de Mayo.
I always get thwarted. Oh,
Yes.
It's a work in progress.
I don't know if I should. Wait, did anyone else want to go?
Go ahead,
Go
Paul.
ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I can't choose between two. One of the first is episode 20, which is kind of like that recap. It was the X and Y night, but it was that kind of recap, sort of almost similar to a finale episode, and like
Yeah, I look at it as end of season. That's what I like.
love it
Yeah.
so much.
That was a good
great.
episode.
And then I actually liked last week's because I was a dancer, so I love whenever there's dancing in an episode, and I thought this was a really creative way to do it.
The irony
And-
is there was a fight. I wouldn't call it a fight, but we had a disagreement last week over that episode. So
No, I know there was things about it that I was like kind of on, but I liked it. Kind of brought back that Hoenn-y feeling.
It
like
brought
having
Zigzagoon, so that made me happy.
Well, yeah, it brought the zigs, it brought
It also
the
was
lombre,
in
the
I'm
seat.
calling them the
No, I
Zigs
know,
from
that's-
now on.
So,
Oh, the one with the reboot episode, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
reboot.
Oh no,
And-
Andy was so adorable. So that was probably the part I enjoyed the most.
I probably so far I probably will like the Team Rocket episode when it airs. I'm holding up hope for.
I
Actually,
know
no,
you're not
I'm not
gonna
gonna
get
have
any
them.
voices from them, but you might get
Call them New
cameos
York
at best.
Zigs.
I
Yeah.
can feel. Wait, are they voiced by any actors actually that are currently in the series?
Well, let me check.
I would think one of the two are at least.
Wait, who?
Which one?
The ones that Polly in particular wants to
If
see.
they say their names, they're not going to be in it.
Yeah, so that's why we're making sure we
Oh,
don't
yeah,
say it,
that's
because if we say it, then it's kind of game over for them
You
to
don't
actually make their appearance.
understand.
Game
He's my
over,
favorite character.
I think we're pretty aware. I guess I'll go real quick. Ironically enough, I'm very caught between two episodes, and it's funny because they've both been mentioned already. It's either episode 16, which is the Gengar capture episode, or episode 18, which is the Lieutenant Surge episode.
So we can all agree that episode 18 was the shit, basically.
Oh, dude, that was a
I
great one.
You know what makes me mad is that like my reasons for liking has nothing to do with Lieutenant Surge. I just like that battle a lot.
It's a good battle.
Yeah.
No, it was
Electro
really
got
good.
love finally, dude.
I think that was probably what got my attention too. It was like, damn, it's not the first time he's just known to just explode.
First
Easily.
off, Dessa, the thing that got your attention was seeing a Raichu lift weights with its tail.
I
and
know.
Lieutenant Surge as well, actually being
Wow.
shown.
I like that episode because it didn't follow what I call in Pokemon the Raichu formula. The Raichu formula is I'm Raichu, I'm better than you, but I'm Pikachu and I'm marketable, so automatically I need to be better than you.
Yeah, it was like the first time they kind of rewritten that because I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, they always Raichu always loses no matter what they do, but it seems like this time around, like Pikachu was struggling. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, thank you
Yeah, I'm glad they did that. Like, it's a Raichu, goddammit. Treat it.
Yeah.
I have a question. Do you have like a book of formulas that like apply to different aspects of the Pokemon?
Oh, Pokemon, yeah, Pokemon's
I
been
think
going
there's
for
a lot of
20
formulas.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon's been going for 20 years.
He is the Professor Guy.
You got your we gotta visit these kids at this kindergarten formula. We got these like
That's
one
a weird formula.
yeah, we got these. Oh, we've split up, but we've split up with different Pokemon in our group, so we got to get along with Pokemon that we normally don't control to get back together, which isn't a bad formula. It happens a lot. Oh, we're split up, but we're split with different members of Team Rocket. Like
That one's. I actually prefer that over the split up with different Pokemon.
Pikachu's controlled. I love you, Pikachu. Cheers! Shocks him for the 50th time. Like we've had these formulas only because
This is a lot of aggression.
the show isn't. No, I'm not mad. It just happens. When a show exists for 20 something years, it's gonna have some repeats. I'm not sitting there saying it won't. It's just you see them and it's like this episode's happening. This one, you know the one. They're siblings, so they gotta argue. This one, the one where Ash and Iris are fighting because fuck it. Like they just happen. They're just formulas that happen in the anime.
Right. You know what's a really underrated episode so far?
What?
Personally, the episode 11, Koharu, Wanpachi, and sometimes Gengar.
I like the Koharu episode. Yeah.
I like the episode because of Gengar. I don't necessarily like the episode.
For me,
I like Koharu in that episode.
I'm still not a fan of her.
No, you like the idea of Koharu. You don't like Koharu.
No, I don't like her.
Damn.
No, I feel that. I don't like kind of withdrawn types. They have to show me like.
Yeah, they gotta earn
why.
that respect.
Yeah, they gotta earn my respect.
Yeah.
Koharu's such a whatever teenage girl. Like it's literally.
But she's 10 years old. The fuck is she whatever about?
But they're making her like target demographic, like how a teenage girl would act in a world of Pokemon.
Yeah.
She's very whatever about everything. Like she cares about doing her hair, but she's whatever about Pokemon. Like makes sense. I get it. It just takes the buildup is taking longer than what Pokemon time limit would need.
Sure, but but at the same time, this build is going at a very slow yet very steady pace, and I like that. And it kind of says that this virus is going to delay some of these future episodes where Koharu may have her opportunity to shine a little bit more.
I don't like this. You know what I don't like? I don't like the idea that we had to listen. This is the same problem I have with Serena in concept, in the sense that it took so long to get somewhere. But at least Serena was in fucking episodes consistently and said and did things. She had fucking voice lines. Koharu half the time gets like a couple of lines, and in other episodes you just see her in the background, and I'm just like, bro.
To be fair, she's not treated as the main character.
She's not
though.
treated as the main character.
She's barely treated as a side character at this point.
That's what makes her mysterious, though.
I think the assistants show up more often.
Yeah, they have, I think.
So,
which, by the way, they're great assistants too.
Blue-haired assistant girl is the shit.
So
she's cute. That's a difference.
Go ahead, TSS.
So for me, it has to be 4 episodes. Obviously, first of all, the Raichu one gets tops because it's Raichu and it kicks ass.
Of course.
The other ones are episode 10, Kairyu no Rakuen Hakuryu no Shiren, which is the Dragonite episode, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then episodes 12 and 13, Daimax Bataru, Saikyo Dande, and then the Satostai Dande, Saikyo no Michi. Those 2, because first of all, I love the damn Galar gym theme by Hayashi. 3 different fucking remixes, awesome.
I want them in my goddamn
collection.
music player.
I wanted them in my collection yesterday.
And we'll never get them.
Yeah, but realistically, the Dragonite one is great because you actually see, Shed Skin and Go and Satoshi interacting really well, acting like researchers, taking pictures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, the whole Dragonite capture, it was amazing.
What's up, Filippo?
Yay. Hey, Filippo.
Filippo, man.
I mean, hello.
Hi.
Is that everybody? Is that everybody?
I was so suspect with it too.
Is that everyone? Did everyone pick an episode?
No, I'm pretty sure some are missing.
Richie.
Hold on, I'm waiting for someone who had a heart attack on the other street. Fucking get going.
Oh yeah, I could hear the ambulance in the background.
I hear the ambulance too.
No,
you said it like the person having the heart attack was an inconvenience. And this
Well, to be fair, Tyrone, after what stunt you pulled off in the last Emerald playthrough, I don't want to hear that from you.
Ooh.
Somebody had to get a heart attack.
No, see, you were more like if somebody was choking, you would be okay with still recording for the views.
Oh yeah.
Listen,
he's very open about if
he signed a contract. Okay.
I did sign a contract. You don't.
Is it binding or non-binding?
It's soul binding.
Fuck.
What? When did you do? So you just have my soul? Is that what you're implying?
He's the fucking.
Listen. My client isn't advised to answer that question.
Tyrone.
That sounds like some warrior
you have
shit.
2 places. You're either going to jail or you're going to hell. You better pick one. All right?
Hey, look. That's what they tell all the lawyers.
No, freaking Tyrone is gonna morph into Kermit, then go to jail.
You can't fucking take me back to prison. I'm not going back.
I am going back.
Oh my god!
The hands were.
I was not prepared.
Tyrone is dead again. Congratulations.
Who did that?
Years.
Nessa smacked her hands.
That's
Yeah,
me.
Nessa just took Tyrone and was like, all right, buddy, you see how it's done.
I'm gonna go back to prison now.
I know, right?
Get off of me.
Oh my god! What is happening?
Uh-oh, internet fight.
My brain hurts. That was too much, bro.
As Donnie puts the clip up, stupid impartial carrot future man. Best wishes future self. Gunshot. Need the gunshot. So.
Best
Meme
wishes
be
for
dead,
yourself
man.
and-
I'm concerned about what all of that
All right,
was.
the siren should be done now.
I feel so bad for this poor
Fucking-
leg. But Richie, of course, thankfully that thing has gone away
I know.
now.
I was just waiting for the chaos to die down, plus the sirens.
I know. Which one came out first, though, is the real
All right, so
question.
what's your Richie? What's your episode?
Yeah, what's your
Well,
episode?
Hopefully the head came out first, but that's another story.
Damn.
Oof.
Oof.
Son.
Let's see. Just like almost everyone else in this podcast, I was deciding between one and the two, or between two.
Yeah.
And some of you might know or may not, but I have to say that 16 was my favorite.
Which was the Gengar episode, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
And any reasons as to why you like to add to that?
Yeah,
I know they use like the
That's
same
like with your
generic
tiny
concept
hand.
of person abandons Pokemon comes back and is kind of resentful in a way, but and I'm not saying it's justified for it to do that same concept again, but I like the little nice touch, nice little new thing I guess, where the Pokemon actually just decides to attack that same trainer. I don't think, unless there's an instance I've missed, I don't think we see that too much. Am I correct about that?
The last one I can remember was probably Tepig's
Charmander,
evolution.
Yeah,
Up
that's
to
the same
whatever
thing.
it's called.
Most Pokemon tend to hang in that realm of if they get abused by their trainer, they still love their trainer. Whereas like Gengar was actively vengeful, but considering how long he was ditched for, it was like, bro, I think he was gonna kill them.
It was like, was it like several years?
But yeah, it was a while, and I was like,
yeah.
all right, Gengar has a respectable, and I like the fact that Gengar was set up in previous episodes. You know what it reminds me of? And granted, I think it's done better in Best Wishes, but it's kind of like how Sandile was set up before Ash actually caught it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Now that you
Because
point that
Sandile
out.
was introduced like early on, but he didn't catch it until later.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got greatness with Crocodile, and I
Crocodile.
I'm pretty happy about.
Yeah, because Sandile would just sort of like be around trolling Ash, like, "Hey Ash, yeah, you's a bitch."
That's literally what I was thinking about. I was thinking that's what he would do. He walked
You
behind.
bitch ass boy.
He would walk behind Ash with his shades on, and then he would check his shades and be like, "You a bitch, Ash." And then he lost the shades, and then he became a bitch.
Say Ash, huh? You's a bitch. No, what's
Sorry.
that meme from Tim and Eric? Hey Ash, look at me, bitch.
That's unprofessional.
I mean, hey, he showed up
Assuming
consistently
you are
though.
professional.
So when he finally caught it, it was actually believable. Like it was a really good use of his character.
Outside character development.
Yeah, but ow, what is that?
What I tell you, put your phones on mute, motherfucker.
Somebody, no, you didn't tell anybody that.
Yeah. What's your least favorite episodes, guys?
Don't do that.
No,
It would be
That way I have-
Easily.
episode 10.
Oh no! We should do that.
What?
We should mention.
Can I start it off though?
Yeah,
Yes.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Episode 6, easily.
I'm trying to remember what is episode
Very fucking
6.
pointless.
That's right.
Pokemon Go
It's-
commercial.
Oh, the
Was that
bug
the
one.
Ash?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
is
one.
that
So
the one
that's
where-
also my
Pokemon
that's
Go
also
I
my
watched.
least
I want my 30
favorite.
minutes back.
That's literally my least, like probably my least favorite.
Least favorite.
I would say my
I was
least favorite would
so
be the.
I heard a lot of people. What is episode 6?
It's the bug catching one.
Oh,
Like when he catches Scyther.
love
the
Oh,
Bulbasaur one was worse.
I low-key like the
No, I
gold.
disagree with
I
that.
like that one.
Is it for
Wasn't that the
nostalgia
worst?
reasons that you like it?
Bulbasaur is what gave me faith.
For a
because it was
trainer
good.
that says he wants to catch every Pokemon, that was actually episode of
Yeah,
showing
but then
him
you realize how
catching.
boring that is to watch.
That's-
really.
He catches it with ease. How's
Here's
that
my
fun to
th-
watch?
Here's my thing. Here's
It's
my
so
thing.
boring.
Here's my thing. That's I think they had the right idea with Go as a trainer. They just the execution is so
Bad.
It's the writing that
biggest thing
accompanies
are-
it, though, is the issue.
Like I kind of wish. Here's what I kind of wish they did with Go. If they wanted to make him a capture trainer, they should have given him like things that you would go through if you were a capture person. Like, oh, now Go has to catch all these Wormadam, but he has to make sure that he catches a male one along with the female ones, because the male one's the only one that evolves into Motham. Or like, oh, he's out to catch like this certain Pokemon, but he needs to make sure that he gets like the right one, or else it won't evolve right, or something like that. Like they needed to play with that formula, and they didn't.
Tyrone, you want to know what the worst thing about it is?
What?
The reason why I think Go's the way he's presented here is so bad is because instead of if he was a catch 'em all kind of trainer, fine, but he's the Let's Go, he's the Pokemon Go catch 'em all trainer.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it bad, because catching Pokemon.
Nobody wants to watch a mobile game.
Yeah, well, that, and because in the other, if you look at the other series, you had to battle and beat a Pokemon, or in the anime, befriend it. Go doesn't have to do neither. Go literally just gets to throw a fucking ball at a monster, and then that's it. If he had like the Gen 3, 4, 5, 6, any of the other regions' way of catching mons where you had to befriend them or beat them in a
It'd
fight,
be a lot more respectable.
it'd be better, because he only battles, I think, is it Scyther is the only one he actually
He fought
fights now?
Scyther, Pinsir. He fought, weirdly enough, he fought Sandile, but didn't fight, I almost called him Darmanitan.
Daruma.
Daruma is his Japanese name, and the only reason I know that is because of the Best Wishes reviews. But yeah, he didn't like. I wish they would have Go use different Pokeballs, experiment with different ways to capture Pokemon and stuff. But they don't. He just throws the Pokeball, which is kind of lame.
Like I said, the worst thing about him catching is that he's using the modern Go way, where you throw a ball instead of having it where he actually fight. Like, because then the Score Bunny stuff I feel like would have flowed better, and then you would have had more interesting episodes of him. Like episode 6 would have been better. Oh no. It was episode 6 would have been better if it was more the traditional way. They had to befriend them on, or he had to battle them. Not this, I'm throwing a ball and that's it.
Now,
especially because he's actually battled less now than he used to.
So,
go ahead, Evie.
What about episode 9, the Ho episode?
Oh god,
that one's probably,
Everyone hates it, and I like it.
I think that was probably one, but not my least favorite, but it's probably down there.
It's a low.
That episode hurt my feelings.
It's just a
it's
just a basic ass filler. That's it's not like it's something I could.
It
see
has
in
references, so I mean, it's
it has. That's why I like it, because it has references. Number one, it also shows off like we haven't really gotten a lot of exposure to Johto in a long time. So to get any exposure, like I was just happy.
That's no worse than 15.
To be fair, that's
honestly.
the only reason why it's not like the worst episode is because it has the references. Like I would easily.
I just always hate that in the anime. It's like either filler or it was just all about Claire because she was the most OP. She came back for Best Wishes. I'm just like, there's more to Johto than Claire.
Oh, she's OP, alright.
And
also,
I mean, I like Claire. I have a lot of feelings about this. This is.
I mean, we have a lot of. Okay, actually, Tyrone, what's your least favorite?
Yeah, Tyrone, what's yours?
I gotta actually go back and look, see, because
I'm not sure.
I can get you the list.
The Hoodoo episode was kind of funky, but I feel like that was a worse one that I'm just like, it was so bad I probably am overlooking it.
The Krogan Piplup one is not great either, in my opinion.
I just like the character design from that.
I let the Krogan Piplup one pass only because it's based off of the little festival that's going on.
And I also like the little continuity with the VAs anyway.
The only thing I think it's kind of funny is the gag that like she has a weird thing for praising a Pokemon and causing the other one to get shot.
I thought it was gonna be the glasses bit where her glasses always fall.
Yeah.
And the Krogan for some dumbass reason was in the ocean, just roaming
put some
around.
respect in that Krogek's name. You could be swell.
Hey, listen, man, he got himself a chick at the end of that. Also,
I think the one that's got
show some respect.
ironically enough, I'm scrolling through the episodes just to remind myself. I think the one that has genuinely gotten me angry out of all of them, because like the Pippa and Kroger one is dumb, but it's not anything like overly offensive to me. The whole one is basic, but it's not bad inherently. The one I think that genuinely pisses me off is probably last week's episode.
Really?
That's the one that I'm genuinely angry with. That was the only one.
I'd like to hear this. Why?
Because of the way it was structured.
Richie, were you not here last week?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, that's right, you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
He had his whole exams things to work on.
Okay, all right. I kind of went through it. Me and TSS kind of had a pretty long back and forth about it. So I'm gonna try to keep this as more simplistic than I did last time. My main issues is that, for one, the episode is presented based off of the title as a reboot episode, and my first problem is I think the Beautifly plot sideline takes up a little bit too much time of the main episode. Granted, that's a minor thing, but it is one of the starting issues I have. Another minor thing I'll go ahead and bring up early is the gag they do at the beginning of the episode where Go tries to catch a Wurmple, and he's like, "Reboot, help me catch this Wurmple." And it was dumb to me, and ironically enough, it's a joke that's bad because of how Journeys handles catching Pokemon. Like in any other region, that joke would have been funnier. But because Go throws his ball anyway at a Pokemon, you didn't need Reboot to catch the Wurmple in the first place, so the gag doesn't work because of it, in my opinion. One of the bigger issues with it is that I hate that it's another episode that shows that like Go's development is still hinged on Ash. Like when he leaves Reboot at the end of the episode, and Ash is like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna go against your decision if that's how you feel, but did you at least tell Reboot?" And I'm like, "So you weren't even gonna go back and you didn't like that?" And that was the difference between like Ash and Go. Ash in the early episodes when he left his Mons, that was a conversation he had with the Mon. He didn't just fucking like,
well, bye.
He didn't like let them pass out and then he
bye,
didn't
Felicia.
He didn't ditch them. Yeah. And I hate it because the sequence at the end with Go running to the back of the train for Reboot doesn't make sense because Reboot wasn't there in the first place. So I'm like, where are you running to? Are you gonna get off the train?
Wow, you
because the sequence is picked up as if it's supposed to be like this really hard.
Why are you running?
But it's Tyrone's undercutting the shit out of it.
Like he didn't learn a lesson.
It frustrates me because it's, for one, it still feels like Ash is Ash is like my favorite thing about the series, but like Ghost supposed to be the main character is supposed to stand next to him, and it seems like he's standing behind him. And this was another episode where it felt like that. And then the gag that Reboot was already on the train. It undercuts the emotional scene because it already didn't make sense because Reboot wasn't at the train.
This behavior would have been acceptable up to like episode 10, but we're like 24, almost 24 episodes. And then this is unexcusable. That would be like if they, as much as I don't like Dawn, that would be like if they had treated Dawn like a beginner at like episode 30. It's stupid.
And then and to give another example of how Go's development hinges on Ash, the first time Go goes out to look for Reboot, can't find him. But when he asks Ash to help him, then he can find Reboot. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with Ash not being like a focus. He doesn't need to be the one who has to push the story forward. And that's what it feels like. It's like, fuck, I can't do something by myself. Ash, can you help me look for Reboot? Okay, now the plot can progress. There's a few other small things, but like those are some of my major frustrations. And it's just a bad episode.
I feel like I kind of agree with you. I kind of feel like it was all over the place because I kind of.
I don't like the Ivysaur episode. By the way, that's my choice.
Wait! Didn't TSS bring that up earlier?
No, he did. When you guys asked me what my least favorite is, and I never got the answer.
No, but I'm pretty sure a good chunk of us were like, it's not that bad, and I thought you were one of those people.
That's I didn't say anything. I got
Tyrone, explain why.
It's just the look how awesome Ash is episode.
But like considering it's episode 2, I needed that.
You mean episode 3?
That's fine. Technically it's episode 3. Yeah, but it's fine. Okay, but the starting plot, this is their first mission, and it's just like find out why Ivysaur in the middle of the city. Like, are you serious?
I was fine with that, but yeah,
are you serious?
for Richie and Nessa and I guess Polly, that's the reason why I don't like the reboot episode. It's all over the place. It doesn't give Go the focus he needs. It's still I feel like the crux of the show so far is that Go doesn't feel like on the same level as Ash. It feels like, and ironically enough, it's a thing that every other region has
It will
done
take a
right.
while for that to happen.
Like I may not like Gen 7 or Gen 6, but like none of the like Serena and Clement didn't seem like they were behind Ash in any of their endeavors. Like they were next to him. Go legit feels like a character.
Or to the very least, they looked up to him, and that's what got them to get stronger. Go looks up to Ash, but hasn't gotten any stronger than he has when he started.
Yeah, and so it was an episode that should have been a really good episode, and it was a basic formula. You could have just copied some of the older regions versions of this episode, like the Pikachu one and the Butterfree.
I thought we were
one.
against that.
Compared to what I got, I would have preferred that. That's what I'm saying. Because at least
makes
the story
sense.
would have been told concisely. Like the fact, and it made more sense. The dancing thing seemed kind of random because, like, even if you compare it with the Pikachu episode was built properly. You run into this like giant family of Pikachus, and Ash's Pikachu ends up standing out because of how cool Ash's Pikachu is. And as Ash watches his Pikachu easily assimilate into the society, he's like, maybe he'll be happier here. So when the very end of the episode comes after all the Team Rocket nonsense, and he's like, Pikachu, you'll be happy with them. You could understand Ash's point of view, whereas here it felt like Go was just kind of like, well, I guess they're kind of like the Nickit he used to hang with. Like, I think he'll smile here, he won't smile with me, and it didn't feel like it was earned. It's almost like so. That's
I kind of like what you just mentioned about like Scorbunny or actually Reboot's dancing. I was like, it kind of came out of nowhere. I kind of wish they would have implemented it like early on. Like
That's why they shouldn't listen. I understand the point of the whole Beautifly thing was to get them in Hoenn so they could run into the Zigzagoon and that stuff. It didn't need to take up as much of the episode as it did.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
So yeah, if you ask me, I think my least favorite episode is last week's.
You're like,
also, let's not forget, we also decided on that same stream to talk about other endings that worked more, like the flow worked better for it.
Yeah, like I think that's also what frustrates me. You could have. There were so many other choices you had to make that shit work. So it frustrates me that you had like 6 different routes and you still ended up picking the wrong one. It's like it's a multiple choice question. And 4 out of the 5 answers are right, and you picked the wrong one. That's what it felt like.
I kind of felt that this would have been a perfect opportunity to like try to work out their differences on training or something, because it seems like obviously Go and Reboot have different ideals like about how they want to approach you.
That's the same thing. That's the other thing that aggravated me. They've been building up this whole subplot where Reboot being interested in other things, like how he got excited during the Raichu episode. And like and I'm thinking this is the episode that's gonna kind of address it. No,
that's probably one of the reasons too. I wasn't that happy with that episode either, but they could have done way more. Now that you explain it more, I was like, okay, I gotta agree with you a lot of your points, because I kind of felt like that, but I didn't know how to express it.
I don't understand how, and I think the Koharu episode is a good example of this. How is it? One of the reasons I actually kind of like the Koharu episode is because they took Koharu away from the cast, even though she's not with the cast a lot of time. They took her away from the cast for a minute to build herself. They gave her a minute to talk with her mother, to spend time with her family, just little stuff. And with Go, in that same episode, what is Go doing? He's with Ash. Doing what? Fuck all. He's just with him. Why? Because at this point, it feels like Go needs Ash's life support. Like, he can't hold his own to save his life. Even if there's an episode that revolves around Go, Ash has to show up.
Well, Go's only really had 2 real episodes dedicated to him.
Yeah, and like I said, the problem is Koharu's had 1, and the camera took the time to stray away from Ash.
That's because they told that story better, and it wasn't.
That's the problem. That's Koharu though. That Koharu's barely had any
Actually, that episode does a lot for Ash too, considering the premise. That's the setup for the Gengar he's gonna catch later on.
Yeah.
So it's like Ash would get something out of that in a future episode, and Koharu got something out of it in the current episode.
In the development, and Go is just there. And it's like, there was an episode where they did a really good job. I liked what they were doing. He went to his house. He got to talk with his family. He spoke with his grandma about the stew that they were making or something. It was doing really good. Then the bus shows up and Ash comes out, and I'm like, oh no.
And it makes me mad because I was so worried about Ash being unlikable. He's almost too competent.
He could have just dicked around at Professor Sakuragi's lab. Go could have done all of this by himself.
Well, and the irony is, why is Ash there? Oh, because Go forgot something.
Because Go forgot something.
I don't know. I was like,
I actually like that episode, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I like the episode.
It's a
the
better
problem
episode.
is like Ash, you could have sat this one out, buddy. We didn't need you for this one. This is Go's time.
The point I'm making, as far as at least with the Cubone episode, because I thought that was I think that's a better Go episode than the reboot is.
Of course it is. I'm just saying we need to subtract Ash.
It's not that the episode was bad. The Cubone episode, I think, was fine overall. I think the Cubone episode is just is more, in hindsight, a reminder of the same problem he's been had, which is that, like, even when he gets his shine in his episodes, it always feels slightly undercut because you have to have it. Like I said, one of the reasons why the Cubone episode is better is that it doesn't hinge on Ash like him triggering development, but it also feels like Go can't get anywhere without Ash being prevalent in an episode sometimes. And like I said at the end of the Reboot episode, where he has to be like, did you tell Reboot? And then that's what triggers him to go run through the train like an idiot. And I'm like, why did it take Ash telling you that when you should have been thinking about that anyway? You didn't think it was kind of fucked up to just ditch your Reboot and then fucking leave? Well, he'll be happy here. At least tell him. You couldn't have even Ash told all of his mons. Every mon he left, they had a conversation.
At least this character hasn't. At least Go as a character hasn't really been tried before in terms of like the personality.
Yeah.
So I guess it's unique about it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not talking shit about Go. If nothing happens within 10 episodes, then I have a right to complain. But at least they're making like slow steps for development. And this has been going on, like I said, since episode 1. Yeah. So he still hasn't broken out of his shell yet, but he's been learning. And I think though, by the end of this season, which would probably be around episode like 42, 44,
if we get the double episodes, I guess.
Well, I mean, you think about it this way, right? So you say the season finale for that part was like 20, right? Mm-hmm. So if we say like by episode 40, if Go doesn't really have any development, then I'm going to say, well, fuck him. But I don't think they're going to go that route. I think there's going to be some more development.
I'm just saying, realistically, in any other anime, if you went 20 episodes, 23 episodes with like very little development, it's like that shit wouldn't be excusable. Like,
yeah, but then again, though, most anime series last anywhere between 13 and 40 episodes anyway.
That doesn't justify poor writing. That's my problem with it.
Remember, a series can have a slow start, but as long as it's redeemed by the end point with a good, like, once the slow pacing stops and we start getting more well-paced episodes moving forward, I think it will work. It's one of those situations where it's like shitty start, good outcome by the end. And vice versa, you know.
As long as it don't take to fucking episode 60 to fucking do this, and I'm fine with it.
If we don't get another Serena situation on that with Go, because it doesn't really work with Go, then I think we'll
work with Go at all.
I can't believe that for once I agree with TSS completely.
Congratulations, you
won.
Good job.
Anyway, I'm just saying that's just how I personally feel.
Yeah.
To me, and I guess the problem is that Ash is so much better.
Like, everybody's finally clamoring on Ash for once, like the entire community.
He's Sun and Moon and X and Y Ash fused together to make a awesome.
Like it because it's just so both him and Go and their friendship is so refreshing to me. They banter, their ideals.
I don't mind that. Like, see, I don't.
Whereas I feel like in Sun and Moon and X and Y, we haven't gotten this kind of banter.
It was either I agree. Probably like even me, as much of a fan as X and Y Ash as I am, I know X and Y Ash was very shonen serious. Like the only time you would get funny moments out of him is like little running jokes, like Finnegan always using his fire attack on Ash's face and stuff like that. But yeah, he wasn't really much for comedy. He was the one that everyone looked at because he kicks ass. The downside is that outside of battling, you didn't get much out of him. I'm willing to admit that. I didn't give a shit because he was so strong. But
I just feel like finally Ash, like this is so refreshing to me. Like I'm a huge
Sun and Moon
dynamic.
Yes.
Like finally Ash has a relationship with one of his companions. Like
and that's my thing. Like I don't really mind the banter. The banter doesn't bother me. But when you put a character next to a character who's so on his shit, like realistically, Ash doesn't even have. I don't think I've even noticed any real character flaws from him for the most part in this series yet. Like he's pretty much on his shit like half the time, or he's like that free spirit who understands like the connection. Like I forget what episode it is where Go's like me and Reboot or me and Score Bunny were in sync, and Ash looked at him and was like, "No, you weren't." Or like he said something, like I forget the episode it is, but he said something along those lines where he gets mad, where he's like, "Oh, I thought me and I think it's the
I think that was the one he went to that battle tower thing. I think it was. Or
and he says that shit, and I was kind of like, that's a really cool subtle thing that Ash didn't have to say, but it makes perfect sense because of who Ash is and who Ash has always been in the other regions. And I was like, that's great. And then I flipped the coin. I'm like, well, let's see if Go gets a moment. No,
you keep trying to flip for tails, and you always keep getting heads every time.
That's literally what it is. I'm flipping. That actually came the perfect way to
episode
sum it.
20. You see at the end, it's 37, but each catches 2 more, so it's 39.
Yeah.
Oh, the amount of Pokemon.
I think one thing I really want to see from Ash and Go is like I kind of want to see Ash teaching Go how to battle. I guess how he is elaborating for him and Reboot should be like one together, because eventually, like if he's gonna catch Mew, he's not gonna just throw a Pokeball and catch him like, oh yeah, that's it. It's gonna be a fun.
It's gonna be fun. I in the upcoming episodes, you're probably gonna see Go completely change focus and learn, and he's probably going to want to know how to battle, and I can't wait until it happens. Now he's going to be a real mentor.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that part, like that portion. Like hopefully,
oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
I just hope. I'm just scared though. I just hope that he doesn't abandon his catching thing, because as much as like it's boring to watch him do that in terms of just throwing a Pokeball to catch, I love the concept that a trainer's out wanting to catch Pokemon, because it reminds me of the Adventure series with Chris. Chris is a girl who literally
I love her. And
yeah, Professor Oak literally has her catch Pokemon. Like that's her whole thing. And when she was a little girl, she broke her arms. She got depressed about it. And her mother's like, stop being a little punk and learn how to catch Pokemon with your feet. So she ended up kicking the Pokeballs like soccer balls.
Oh my god.
And that's how she wound
up.
Awesome. Yeah, and that's how she wound up catching Pokemon. So they found a way to make her character very interesting while giving her the goal of capturing Pokemon. That's why I like the idea of Go, but the way that they're treating him is so like sloppy. And I even like the personality they gave him, because he's basically based off of a character who's distant. He's an introvert, which is really good, because
you kind of like make an introvert just a bad.
You're right. That's if anything, that's what the problem is. It's like the idea of having an introvert as a character is really good, because Pokemon's never stepped up and made like a multi-dimensional like mental deep character. Most of their characters range from.
I think the setup for Go currently, at least based off of what we do know of his backstory and the stuff Koharu has somewhat hinted at, is a great base. I guess I'm more frustrated with the execution, where like Go's fine on the interaction level. Like obviously he's the smarter between him and Ash, and he's probably the one. And then but they're both still kind of like childlike with each other. Like actually the reboot episode, the beginning part where they're both trying to draw Garchomp. That shit. I like that scene. That's a good scene. But like it aggravates me when he's cool on the friendship side, but on the development side, he lags behind so much it frustrates me because I'm like, you're already halfway there. And Tyrone, you know, a good way to fix the catching being boring.
Mm-hmm.
Have him get into more battles. He caught a Cubone that I thought was going to be more substantial than what it ended up being. And granted, we still got episodes. Of course not. We still got episodes to see. But like, I thought that would be part of his like core team, like Score Bunny or Reboot now. I like because they went out of his way to like. That's one of the few Pokemon he's caught like on the traditional Pokemon being friends kind of shit, and not just me throwing a ball at you. And I like that. I like the concept. I like him having a Cubone because it correlates with his character being introverted and not really being able to. And he kind of had to shut himself out.
Yeah,
like I like that. There's shit there, but they just won't. They won't just go open the fucking door. I guess that's what's frustrating me. It's like you're right there.
And
you got all the shit you need. Just open the goddamn door to his development. It frustrates me. That's what frustrates me the most because he's so close and he won't get there.
Yeah, but then again, you can't go too fast because then they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, we gotta now fucking have a 1 year filler gap now."
There's so much pressure, like.
So it's either you got to start. You either got to start slower and then pad out the time, or you go too quickly. And
my problem is
filler.
My problem is that I'm not asking for 6 episodes of straight Go development. I'm asking you to give me one good, like just straight out great fucking episode of him and his problems and overcoming an issue and progressing and realizing he's better than what I think he gives.
You want to know what?
Maybe when the Rabbit evolves, maybe that'll be a thing.
No, I thought it was gonna happen.
Kind of similar to like Trico, and then he was all right when it was what's it called? Am I blanking?
Grovyle?
Yeah, Grovyle was all right, and then Sceptile, there was like all those.
Well, Sceptile got his heart broken.
Sceptiles was kind of dumb.
I love that Sceptiles wasn't able to fight correctly because it was going through depression.
It's a funny thing, but it's dumb because
I mean, even Charizard. Okay, I'm not gonna bring that up.
Sceptile,
I'll give Charizard credit for like the Orange Island episodes.
Sceptile, you bullet seed.
Yeah.
She broke my heart.
I was speaking of Reboot though. I kind of wish they didn't involve him so quickly. That was like probably the only thing. Even though I did enjoy that episode when he did evolve, but at the same time, I wish they could have saved that a little later.
Don't worry, that will all be fixed when Go catches Sobble, so that'll be fine.
So
that way now we'll have the Sobble be the one that actually takes a little bit longer instead for Reboot, which...
Yeah, but like...
They're not have a Reboot to be there for a while.
You know my thing, my issue though is just give him like a core team. Like, obviously, I think if the way I look at it, Cubone and Rebooter is a part of his core team. But that would also imply you using Cubone and having that be used.
Oh yeah, he uses Scyther a lot.
You can eat it.
And Dugong.
Well, Dugong is more used out of convenience, whereas Scyther.
He's the HM slave, basically.
Yeah.
But Dugong has some decent moves.
Oh no, I love Dugong, but I gotta admit, it's still an HM slave at the end of the day.
It's used more for usefulness than it is for like character.
Scyther was known for being that Pokemon that Go couldn't catch in his first attempt, so he had to try it again.
I think Scyther has.
Cubone had literally its own episode, and then Reboot is Reboot. So
I do like that that Scyther has its own personality. Like in the Battle Frontier episode when they started doing that slash attack to kind of get Go's attention. Like, it's little things like that I like. Also, that's kind of one of the things I love about Go's Pokemon, if we don't talk about Go and just his Pokemon. I love that they're thrown in the show.
That Darmanitan had me dying at the beginning of that episode.
Yeah. But I like the Pokemon, they're just spread out throughout the laboratory. Not just outside in the park, but no, sometimes they're indoors as well. Like in the episode when Go was heading back to his parents, you would see the Cascoons over there cuddling to the side, and then there's the Taylor over there like shivering. And then in the recent episode, I forgot which one it was. I think it was the episode when they all went into like Team Valor, Team Mystic, Team, all that stuff. For like one split second when Kohara went to wake up Ash and Go, Shuppet appears in the screen for like 1 second in the background within the room. And that's the only appearance you get of that Shuppet. Or Misdrevious, I think. Oh, no, it's not Shuppet. It's Misdrevious. Misdrevious, yes, I'm sorry. Misdrevious. That's the only shot you get of that Pokemon in that episode.
Yeah, I like that Centrin and I like that Centrin and
that Squirrel.
Squavit. Yeah, Squavit are just chilling on the desk. Like they're just chilling.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't see him catch any of the Ziggies. I would have loved to have seen that, honestly.
That's actually part of the reason why I think the way fixing Go's catching issue is just to have him battle more would be great, because then you would get a Go rotation of his team. Essentially, kind of like what Ash did in Best Wishes, where his team rotated once because he caught more than the standard 6. That way you can get kind of a glimpse of each of his mons. Now, obviously, with Go, because of how he's structured, you would never see every personality, but it would also make him interesting every time he threw out a Pokeball, because you legit don't know what he was going to use.
Oh, this is interesting.
What?
No, I'm just seeing some of these images for like upcoming things for the anime.
Somebody asked, will you be reviewing the dub, KG?
For Pokemon Journeys? If
we need to talk about that, by the way.
Yeah, to be fair,
0.07% actually may happen.
First of all, it's called Pokemon Journeys now.
Yeah, so no, Tyrone, you got to be correct with this one. It's called Pokemon Journeys, the series.
Oh, fuck it.
The series, the animation.
X and Y, the series.
Yeah, the animation. Yeah, so let's get a little quickie into that one for a bit, because this one is actually a megaton announcement for the dub side, if anyone really cares much about it. And I'm pretty confident a lot of people do, because it's something that I'm pretty confident not that many people expected. Maybe they did as well if they've been paying attention to all the clues that were kind of thrown around lately with that. But it is still surprising nonetheless, and I absolutely love what they're doing. So, for starters, let's take a quick shout out to PocketMonsters.net, because I'm getting the information from here.
Thank you.
So, Pokemon, otherwise known as Pokemon Journeys, the series, is going to be debuting on June 12th, 2020.
Wow, decent title. That's already a good start.
Yeah, exclusively on Netflix. They have released a trailer, specifically for the US. It will be airing in other TV networks such as Teletoon and Canal J, as among others that are shown in the Pokemon site. So if you want to take a look at the listings, you can definitely check it out there.
And Teletoon will start airing the episodes in Canada on May 9th.
Yeah, so literally 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
Yeah, a week and some change, I would say. This is interesting because, for starters, we are making a lot of big movements, at least for the US side anyway. Similar to what happened with Pokemon, the movie Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution being a Netflix exclusive, Pokemon, the television series, is also going to be becoming a Netflix exclusive as well, meaning that the Disney XD or Disney licensing for Pokemon, I assume, is probably expired at that point. And now we'll be transferring over to the Netflix side, which...
And that's why, that's why you saw Disney XD in the last few weeks put Pokemon at Sun and Moon at freaking 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
to burn off the license.
Exactly. So they're doing stuff like that, but the biggest announcement regarding this, and I'm actually kind of cool with this decision that they're making. They said that the first when this drops, when Pokemon Journeys the series drops, it's not going to just drop with one episode. It's intended to drop with 12 episodes, if I'm correct, and they're going to be releasing them quarterly throughout the year. So every 3 months or so, you will be getting a new batch of episodes to go along with that. So, of course, within the month of June, specifically June 12th of 2020, you will be getting the first 12 dub episodes right then and there for you to watch on Netflix. Right. Of course, with other networks, you'll have to wait until then. And if you live outside of the U.S., then I'm sorry, but you'll also have to wait. Check your local listings to see how it all turns out.
In the UK, it will not be airing until September.
Yeah, which is so bizarre. I don't get why it's so long.
That's weird.
Why does the UK always get the weird end?
No. They finally got their just desserts because they always get the cool collectible editions from Nintendo.
Yeah, you have to remember that, Tyrone.
That is true.
A soul for a soul, as they say.
Hey, at least we got the $300 SpongeBob pre-order, so.
Now, let me ask you this.
Go ahead, Evie, go.
So, the question that we all had in mind. Okay.
Dang.
Does that mean that we'll get actual audio?
Actual Japanese audio.
Yeah.
You see, the problem is I can't really say that.
It's kind of weird when it comes with Pokemon.
Yeah, the problem. Now let me be clear on here. You know, the 0.7% will still be in effect because technically movie 22 is not available in Japan because it's exclusively on like the other networks, the other streaming services such as Hulu and AnyTV and shit. Is it a possibility that we're going to get Japanese audio? It's still 0.7%, but I said, do not be surprised if the answer to that is no. But considering that if it's a Netflix exclusive, then maybe. But if that's the case, then obviously 1, 2, 3 and Pokemon Shiritori will probably be omitted.
Of course. As you could tell from the trailer for Pokemon Journey the series, you'll hear a snippet of the brand new theme song written and performed by, get this, a completely different band than what we've been accustomed to for a while now. This band, known as
good band?
It's called Walk Off the Earth. You could hear a little bit of their snippet in the
Canadian
band. Yeah, that's what happened to the last band. They walked off the earth. I get it.
Yeah, they walked off the earth.
They got whisked away by the fucking Batman music.
Yeah, well, hopefully. We don't know what's happening right now. Here's the thing, though, because, okay, I understand that you're asking for Japanese voices and subtitles. If that's going to happen and there's dub music, the dub music's going to still keep intact.
It's going to sound gross.
And it's going to have the Japanese voices on top of the dub voices.
I don't think so.
I mean, the dub songs.
They're not going to do that, though.
Yeah, that's
that sounds so weird.
Yeah, I mean, if they are going to do the Japanese, they're probably just going to do the original audio track.
Also, we gotta break it down like this. Netflix is very like Netflix categorizes everything in its demographic that it's looking for, and Pokemon has always been that like for kids thing, unfortunately. So that I don't think it's gonna get the same treatment as like animes that are on Netflix.
But don't you want to also open up this thing for more, for more people out there?
Oh, of course. It's just, I think Pokemon, unfortunately, has been worldwidely known for that one anime that can't get its shit together when it comes to localization in America. It's like, it's always been like, other than The Power of Us, it's always been like, yeah, we're going to do this soundtrack because because we're too cheap to buy the music needed in order to use for the show. So we're just going to do these crappy like carnival musics. And then it just, I don't know, Pokemon's always been placed on the back burner when it comes to like treatment when it gets dubbed. Like it's always like, oh, it's Pokemon, it'll pay for itself. So they always take these like these shortcuts, and it's very clear when they take the shortcuts that they show. It just, I want to believe that they will keep it intact, music and all. But then I remind myself this is Pokemon.
Yeah.
No, I got another question too.
Yeah.
Is by any chance, I'm not sure if I read this correctly though, are there moving studios? Like it's no longer being recorded.
Supposedly they're doing it both in LA and New York now.
Oh, okay. Both like LA and okay.
Well, we don't. Well, yeah, because new voice actors that are in talent, that are talent, they're supplying the talent, are from LA.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa Ortiz also moved to LA. So
you hear that, Richie? They're right by you. Go voice for one of the characters in Journeys.
Honestly, I've walked past the Duart building.
And also, as Filippo says, Duart is confirmed not to be with the show anymore.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Lisa's also back as well for the voice direction, if I'm correct.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Lisa Ortiz.
Yeah, Lisa Ortiz. Yeah, because she moved out to California.
Yeah, I did hear that there is a they're still going to be doing a flow between both the folks in California and in New York, from what I'm being told.
Yeah, because Sarah's not moving. She lives out in Jersey. So.
Oh, she does Amy's voice in Sonic X too.
If they do have this new direction, maybe they can change it up a little.
I know.
Actually, Polly, they did change it up. If you don't mind, let me just discuss this real quick, because this is one of the biggest things. Probably, in my opinion, this is one of the biggest things that dub fans are finally going to be getting. Proper color coding in this goddamn show. Because, see, the dub, one of the biggest issues that the dub has is that sometimes the coloring in the TV series tends to be desaturated. And so you would have two images of Pikachu that would be posted online. One of this, like, weirdly desaturated yellow. And then, of course, the original coloring that's, of course, from the regular source material itself. Now, I believe we talked about this before, TSS, where we said that the reasoning behind this is probably because of what they're using to
encode it.
Yeah,
yes, because they're using a different color space, but
exactly.
Now it looks like they fixed it.
Yeah,
I just realized something. Lisa Ortiz voices Korrina, so that means hopefully she'll be able to get her role back as Korrina in the dub.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, she's been
I mean, she's voice director now, so.
Oh shit! Yeah,
she can voice direct herself.
So she's getting her role
voice
back.
directing from all that time. Yeah,
so she's getting her role back as Korrina then.
I was gonna say too, because I know I sometimes I do follow like Sarah on Instagram, but I have seen her quite a bit. She's in LA, so that's why I'm wondering.
Oh, so maybe she's probably flying out to LA to do the voices and then coming back home.
Yeah, because she's quite it's pretty constant though, because I was listening to her often with you like,
I'm jet lagged.
Well, I mean, going to LA is not really much of a jet lag.
I'm just making a joke.
Yeah, I know.
Ash's voice.
Oh damn.
I meant more with like the scripting and just like the way they. I don't know. I don't know if it's just the times.
Hopefully they don't dub it like they're dubbing a preschool cartoon.
But I know it's just frustrating, and I feel
like the voice.
Maybe we might get her
way. To be fair, now
use Thunderbolt.
To be fair, now the script accuracy has been pretty decent in the last couple.
It's not the script accuracy.
It's not the accuracy.
It's the direction. It's the voice.
Yeah, it's the direction.
It's the voice direction.
I don't like when
doesn't
they talk
sound. It sounds so forced. Like 4Kids has so many problems, but it just sounded natural. It sounded genuine. Like
Brock would say stuff like "Summer's over. There's no beautiful beaches and no beautiful girls." And that's what he would say in 4Kids. But then Pokemon the International whatever, they got the license, and Brock's like, he was like, "I would like for you and me to be together." Like, why are you talking like that? Shut up, Brock.
It wasn't this content, right? Oh, let's go, or I'm so psyched. Like
it almost sounds like you're being sarcastic.
I mean, yeah, but the whole thing is it's just
Pikachu's ability is static.
Also, the script accuracy is like 1,000 times better than it was.
Yeah, well, that's fine. But
the point.
If you were to ask me to choose between accuracy and life,
no.
I think for me right now,
but that's not the problem. The problem is that they're being directed in a way that makes them sound like they're like it's almost like they're faking their lines. Like it's more consistent with what they're actually saying in Japanese, but it doesn't flow as well as it does in Japanese.
I didn't think it's partially.
It sounds forced.
Only partially in Japan though, like they all kind of like in a group together when they voice the voices, so they're in a group versus like in the English they're like individually, so it's like that's probably maybe
that wasn't the case for a little while, because I remember I think it was Mike Pollock telling me that like in the first few years after they transitioned over, when Duart did it, they actually did it in the whole room. But they went and changed it back when they switched back to the studio, I think.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see where things are gonna go. And speaking about the voice direction, I honestly, besides like one character, in my opinion, Sun and Moon dub wise anyway, for the voice acting has been pretty on point. I especially like the performance by Sarah Netoceni in the whole finale fight with Kukui. I thought that was actually really great. Both Sarah's performance as Ash,
it was really good.
Of course, the voice actor who did for Kukui. That was actually pretty great. Unfortunately, the music, I wish it was
Unfortunately, we got the fucking xylophone music.
I wished, honestly, I think that could have been the highlight for Sarah's career right there, if they had that one song in the background, because music, you guys got to understand, and I always say this all the time, and I'm pretty confident anyone could agree with me on this, music makes the scene.
Yeah,
atmosphere.
Hell, sometimes absence of music makes this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the tone, the atmosphere, the way the scene is structured. Even silence is considered music. It's how you approach these songs.
It makes
and
you focus.
Yeah,
and it builds tension.
Exactly.
That's been one of the reasons I've been kind of shying away from the dub, because I just didn't like how the music's placed nowadays.
They could have at least given us an instrumental version of Type Wild. Come
or something,
on,
yeah.
Or at least maybe.
Even AG gave us advanced adventures like
the difference there though is that Advanced Adventure was written by Hip Tanaka while the instrumental was made by Miyazaki.
Yeah. So it was like a remix by
They still gave us an instrumental and it sounded good when it was used.
I kind of remember when I was watching the dub though, like XY, like I remember the Japanese version was a lot more exciting, but when they dubbed it, they killed some scenes. I was like, with the music placement.
They played Get a Bon Bon and Asher Clemens fighting. I lost my goddamn mind.
Yeah, and also I remember with Ash versus Diantha.
Oh my God, XYZ, let's go!
They killed.
Let's go!
I swear.
So good.
No,
they played Dream with Serena's final performance. Oh, let's get it.
Now, somebody's asking me here, saying here, the music wasn't bad. Allow me to just answer that for a bit. Okay, let's say if the music, was not bad. Did it match what was going on on the scene?
No.
That's the issue there. And that's where the music's bad. It's maybe not the music being bad itself, is more so the placement of how they're using those songs.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, it doesn't fit the mood of the scene. It kills the mood.
Exactly. No matter what you say, music will always be the decisive factor for a lot of scenes. Even silence. It all depends on what's going on in the scene and what track you intend to play during that can really make such a big difference. So
like, it's not to say that the dub music is bad itself, but again, it's just the usage.
Yeah.
That is what we have a problem.
See, this is why I actually said, to me personally, if I was to actually say some of Goldfarb's music was good, I think his best performance, music-wise anyway, has to go to movie 20, because his performances, not maybe like his songs are great, but the reason why they're also great too, they actually flow with the film. And there's even moments of silence in the film.
He actually wrote the score to the fucking thing instead of having to put random shit in the episode.
Exactly. There was a sense of connection with the track and the actual film. There was something that you could get with that. And that's why I enjoyed the dub score as well. It's just that unfortunately, with the TV series anyway, they just sort of make these tracks and then just slap on top of it without really paying attention to whether or not that particular track would work with that scene.
And TSS, I'm gonna say this only because you did say it a bunch of times, and I don't want to make you feel like you were being ignored. We see a lot when it came to the dubbing, where they're trying to be accurate. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. However, I'm gonna say this: if I had to choose between accuracy and giving a show life,
performance, I guess
I'm gonna pick the latter rather than the former. No offense to accuracy. It's good that we've come a long way now, where in the Pokemon dub they're actually able to go word for word as to everything they say. That's fine. I feel like there's different ways you can phrase words and change them around to make it so it still makes sense within the context of what they're trying to dub. But at the same time, I still find there's a way to bring life to it. Veronica Taylor, as of now, has not voiced Ash as long as Sarah Natachini has. But why is it that I can remember Veronica's lines of Ash a lot more than Sarah Natachini's?
Mm-hmm. It's the inflections.
I can remember little stuff like when Gary is praised for catching more Pokemon, and Ash goes, "I go for quality, not quantity." Just little shit that he says.
Yeah. No,
Sarah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
I have respect for her.
Yeah, there's a couple scenes I do remember that that I actually enjoyed for Sarah's performance. So I think in somewhere in XY.
Well, at least we can all agree. What we've brought up before, and which we've all agreed upon. Sarah Natachini has been getting a lot more better, adept.
Oh, she's getting better, and I think Veronica just did such a good job. It's hard to overcome it.
Well, of course. Although I will say that RG or Holly Bowen getting on the team really affected everything, because her first project was actually M21, And ever since then, I saw that the script is being a lot better handled these days, because we have someone who was in the community for like 11 years or so, and then actually working for TPCI now as a fan that has been there in the thick and the thin to actually be from the online community and into TPCI. Now I'm hoping that this translates well into the new series, because now we're going to see what's going to happen with the Journeys episode 1 on May 9th, and see if they handle this. If we hear silence, yes. If we hear Hayashi music, yes. If there's a little bit of dub music, but it's okay, then good. But the whole thing is, Hayashi's music actually isn't being used a lot, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle it. But since they changed studios now, we don't know what's going to happen.
Also, Yuki Hayashi is a big name too. You know, you could literally promote that as a way of saying, like, from the composer who's created music for, say, My Hero Academia. You know, like that in itself. If they could slap that anywhere, that's good promotion.
And it's also TV Tokyo Music, so it's not like it's another production company that has to get in the way. It's TV Tokyo.
Exactly.
Right.
Which hopefully, fingers crossed, they could try to release his tracks.
Please.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I have a good feeling about this. But of course, always keep your expectations low.
Yeah, but I feel like with a name such as big as Hayashi, you know, I really do believe there could be something to come from it. I mean, Sony wants it, like I mentioned, Yuki Hayashi's a big name, and I'm pretty confident Sony's greedy ass would want to get some profit out of it. So, what better way to do that than try to make a quick buck here? Maybe not release it physically, but if we get it digitally, though, there you go. You know, it's unfortunate we won't get a physical copy of it, but at least we'll get some form of it.
Yeah, at least we get something. At least we could get it on a streaming platform, or we could buy it on iTunes or something. At least do something, you know?
Right.
Yeah, My Hero Academia's OST has released. In fact, I can actually get some of the tracks right now via Apple Music on the streaming service as well. So they are available, even on streaming platforms. So all of them. I'm even talking about like the recent film from My Hero Academia. Was it Heroes Rising?
Heroes Rising.
Exactly.
I always have a problem with those titles, by the way. Like,
it's like two heroes.
This movie should have been two heroes. The last one should have been Hero Rising, but whatever.
It's like they forgot to flip it back.
Yeah, they had to flip them.
Yeah, so that's my take on it, though. I personally believe whatever comes out of it, I will enjoy the voice acting performances anyway so far.
Oh, and also quite funny that well, first of all, Go's keeping his name.
To go.
Just spelled differently.
Go.
Well, it's only this. It's a different romanization, but it's the same name.
Yeah, it just sounds like I got punched in the gut whenever I read that. Go.
Well, because remember, it's a long O. So usually, like when they credit Pikachu's voice actress, right?
Yes.
Ikue Otani. You could spell it Ohtani, or you could spell it Ootani. Those are correct, and even Outa, but most people just use Oo or OH. So yeah, that's but yeah, to see that, and we don't know Koharu's name yet, but we'll find that out pretty quickly. I think when the stuff releases, we'll know.
Speaking of Go, his English dub voice actor is actually Sina Robinson, which happens to be the current voice actor for Hawks and the dub My Hero Academia.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a My Hero Academia.
The connections, they remain strong.
And then if you guys are big fans of Fire Emblem, say maybe like Roy, Ray Chase is also going to be providing the voice for one of the characters in the show, which I believe is now known as Cerise, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Which is actually Sakuragi for the dub side. So
Cerise works because that's a cherry tree, and so is Sakuragi.
So Ray Chase was also another things like, as someone mentioned, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy 15 as Noctis, and many other lists as well. You can go check it out. His category, that whole thing is huge. So really incredible job in terms of selections. I think this might be great. I really am curious to see who they got, though, for the female side, because, man, last season, though, let's be real, man. Oh, that was one. Yes. I'm sorry. I tried so hard to find a way to just enjoy it. And it's not to say herself is bad. It's just the voice itself does not match with the character. She could work with other characters.
To be Minnie Mouse.
Yeah, it's like, I think like her voice could have maybe worked with like say Burnett or somebody. Yeah. Like if she had not had to try to force herself to sound like a kid. Like I think it could have worked. But I can tolerate everybody else's. Everybody else is perfectly fine. It's just that Lily's is a whole nother scale, buddy.
Yeah, I agree.
She sounds like Cream from the Sonic series.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched the dub since
use Icy Wind.
Like Best Wishes.
Look at me.
She sounds like she's frightened all the time. The hell?
I can't.
Yeah. Well, have you watched the dub of Sunny Montreal?
No.
Well then,
I knew better.
Yeah. Also, the Meltachoose scene is ruined too.
I asked Tyrone if I should watch the dub, and he just hung up on me. So
actually, no, the Meltachoose scene was saved in the dub. Remember, that was Sergi's greatest dub episode. If you forgot about that.
Hello, how's it going? Hey, Tyrone, should I watch the dub? Shut the fuck up.
Click.
Maybe thank you for the follow.
Yeah, that was your favorite episode because that was the only episode that actually kept like 9 minutes of Miyazaki's music back to back to back and even silence too. And we were like, what the hell happened in this episode? You know what
angers me about that though? That means they have the capability. They just choose not to. Because I remember, I don't know if you guys remember this, but in XY, they showed XY's episode twice, the first episode twice. In English. The first time they showed it was to promote the fact that the game was coming out. So literally they dubbed it like right then and there. So Best Wishes wasn't even over yet, but they still showed X and Y like first. And they showed the first episode and it has all the music intact.
The first two.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes are not tampered or anything. And
you're
then
talking about XY. Yeah, talking about XY, right?
Yeah, and then they played the first 2 episodes again during its actual release. And it's changed. I'm like, what? Why? What? Just leave it alone.
There was to be fair, there was an error by Bonnie in episode 2.
Yeah, so they had to replace it all out. They could have kept it there.
That's fucking
That's
stupid.
so stupid.
Well,
it is.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
To be fair, also they did the same thing with
what was the error with Bonnie? I can't even remember.
It was on your head and on your nose or whatever the hell it was, on your head, on your shoulder. I think that was.
Yeah, it was just one line that made the whole thing change.
Wow.
Yeah, and also, the first 8 episodes of Black and White have actually silence in it and original music.
And also, Sun and Moon with the first 2 episodes was also the same thing too, where they released them first, and then they had the same soundtrack.
So they have the capability. They just make the choice.
Best Wishes is the GOAT. Best Wishes is the GOAT for keeping most of the music. I just love that I love that I can brag about that. Because everyone
the Best Wishes redeeming factor. The dub was good.
That is a very redeeming factor. And it makes me so happy.
Yeah, so overall,
you have
that's
to
our
take
take.
these small victories when you can get them. That's
I know, right? You and Terrell, we have the solidarity there.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna
it's
get.
It's always hard when the journey
begins.
So
such a dumb.
I know. I realize we're already past 12. I just saw
already.
Yeah. I know. When we have conversations like this could last us a lifetime.
Let's get into this. Let's get into the scan stuff.
All right.
We haven't even. Oh my god.
So.
What are you gonna say?
Actually, I gotta get going, but you guys have a good night.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Nessa. Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Anyways, Paul, what do you want to say?
Everyone say bye to Nessa.
No, I was gonna say
I mean to the chat.
Let's say hey to Zoro because he just showed up in the side.
Hey, our boy Zoro's in the building. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
See, like, this is the kind of peeps we're talking about, folks. We have so many new folks to hang out with. It's great. The community is growing, and I hope it continues to grow bigger, and no one has to suffer.
There's Korrina.
It's hold on, Tyrone. It's not just Korrina. It's X and Y animation Korrina.
Yeah, that makes it better.
Exactly, according to X and Y stands. That's just how it works.
Lazy.
No.
It disturbs me.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So what's the description for the Sobble and more Pekka?
Okay, so here's the thing that's going on. They're kind of highlighting upcoming events that are going to be happening within the month of May. Well, to be exact, were expected to be happening within the month of May.
Don't do this to me.
So these episodes were focusing on the first one, if I'm correct, Ash and Go heading to Galar to try to see if they can make some new friends. And among them, you will see a Sobble and a Morpeko. Then, of course, if you go into the next page onto the right, you will see a image.
Technically, the one on the right comes before the one on the left.
Yeah, I'm just going from left to right, U.S. standards. But to the one on the onto the right, it's basically Korrina and Lucario highlighting the upcoming tournament that's going to be happening. But here is the interesting bit about that whole tournament thing, because we got some information on it, which honestly, this surprised me because I didn't expect this. So the episode for Korrina is titled "A Battle Festival Exploding with Life versus Mega Lucario." Now, if I could find the translations for this, there's like a secondary image that came out alongside with this. They talk about how
have the translations done already.
Now, I don't know about that, but I do know there are two things happening. One, we are heading back to Kalos.
Yes, we are.
Which is interesting. So, for those who have been clamoring to see the Kalos region come back again.
Finally!
Yeah, there you go. I love how somebody says, do we get a Serena cameo now? I'm pretty confident.
No, you have to
Serena's
No, thirsty people. No.
She's in Hoenn.
She's a hoe.
Is she still in Hoenn, though?
Well, I don't know about his time.
But the thing is, though, they are not gonna do it, and I'm sorry if I have to, deflate everybody's balloons, but don't go into this.
Every traveling companion gets thrown away in either Hoenn or Johto for some reason, so that's what they are.
Sorry, but you know what? I think it's actually better to just have lower expectations, because if you have too much hype and whatever that's happening. Then what ends up happening is then it doesn't happen and you get freaking depressed. You don't want to do that.
As much as I like X and Y, she's not relevant in this story. So bringing her back just to say she's back would be stupid. So
the only way to bring her back is just a screenshot. Really?
Hi, I'm here. Why are you here? Well, hi, I'm here. Like, think about it from a narrative perspective. Hi, I'm here, Ash. Why are you here? Because you're in Kalos. I don't know. Like, that makes no fucking sense.
Maybe she goes to see she'll be in the audience.
Ash is the only reason to get away from the stay-at-home order.
Right, yeah.
For battles.
I'm wearing a mask.
You gotta be N95, not that piece of shit mask.
But so continue with what you guys were saying.
So yeah, the whole Korrina and Lucario fight, it's gonna be happening in Kalos.
Hi Tasso, how you doing?
And hey Tasso. And another thing is, it's also gonna, for some odd reason, not be a part of the World Championships. It's apparently its own thing.
Yeah, it's not. So Los Aliens, we're not going to see them soon.
Yeah, it seems that the Battle Festival will be held on Kalos region. I'm reading this by Ash and Serena on Twitter. It also stated that Korrina is an opponent who once fought in the Kalos region. Not only that, but Mega Lucario is greater than before. It also stated how such she's doing well in the tournament, defeating the opponent and on a winning streak. And then his next opponent is going to end up being Korrina, the gym leader of Shalor City's gym.
I hope Riolu wants to fight Lucario and Ash loses. I want that to happen.
No, he's supposed to keep his win streak.
No,
but that won't happen, though. You know that.
I want Riolu to lose so that it can have something to look forward to. Oh, all right, now I can get stronger because I see that Lucario is stronger, and that's what I want to be in the future.
Oh, okay. As long as we're not doing the whole Kotetsu situation, then I'll be more than happy.
And then that'll also make Ash look good, too, because he'll lose, and then Go will be like, oh, Ash is always so competent, he always wins, and then he'll be like, I bet he's upset, and Ash is like, great battle, Korrina. He's like, what? He's not upset? He's a great sportsman. Like,
yeah, it only took him 20-something years to that. But listen, the thing about Ash is, if you kind of view it like, he's basically the Kid Goku at this point. He's always seeking for challenges, you know?
He's Goku. Like, you can't hate him. Like,
yeah, he's always
Speaking of a stronger Lucario, Korrina, apparently from one of ran against, she's gotten stronger and her Lucario got stronger. So
yeah, so this is what I was talking about.
Said. He said that this is
not say that.
Yeah, this is successor Korrina.
I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
No, I was just reading what it was just here in Ash and Serena. But I do have to add to that though, Evie, because one of the things is I love that they stated that, because that whole theory of mine saying that, I was like saying she's not a gym leader in this fight. She's like whatever that successor thing is called in Kalos, when you had to fight her for the Megastone and whatnot. That, I hope, is what she's gonna be dubbed as, man. So hopefully we get some wins on that. Also, somebody told me, KG, you're gonna hold that L when Ash gets Sobble. Okay, so can I just talk about this for just a quick second?
No.
All right, well then, let's go and move on into the next scene. Okay, never mind. Let's go back.
Take the fucking L.
Now, okay, I will gladly take that L, but say if I am right, I want all of you guys when we do our next stream to come at me and apologize to me one by one.
What I gotta apologize for?
No, not you guys. I'm talking to the chat.
No, I want Tyrone to apologize to you because I just think it'd be funny.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
You guys said so many things that I was gonna be wrong about with Sun and Moon, and look who came out on top, buddy. I'll let that be the deciding factor.
What did I say you would be wrong?
No, not you again. The chat.
Tyrone's so used to it.
No, Donnie, you're the only example because you've always kept your mouth shut. So you're fine, Donnie.
I want to see Kevin to apologize to somebody just for no reason.
I apologize for taking that W from you.
KG's got to be like the Alfred video. I'm sorry for time skipping in Animal Crossing.
You're too much of a pure protagonist. You need to do something wrong.
But that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make things worse by making it actually come out better for me in the end.
KG, I think the only
Tyrone's like the nicest evil villain I've ever met.
KG, I think the only debate we had in Sun and Moon was what Rockruff was going to evolve into, and we both fucking got it wrong.
Yeah, that's the only time we both. And then Richie, I believe, was in the background. He's like, you just denied both of us. Richie was the only one who came out right in that discussion.
Right. He's like,
I'm big brain, you know. Wait, what did you say?
You said none of us were gonna get it.
He's like, he's gonna evolve in a midnight like in Rock, and I'm like, no, he's gonna evolve in a midday. He evolved in a fucking dusk. Nobody saw that coming.
Exactly.
Richie put on his.
But at least the good thing,
big brain.
At least the good thing with these upcoming episodes, and I know these are PokeFan scans, by the way, is that they are promoting heavily the fact that they're going to all the damn regions.
Yes.
And that's what it is. And all the whole Kalos thing. To go back, it says Saishin de wa Kalos Chioe, which is like this is the first episode in going to the Kalos region. And it specifically say like in the middle of that, if you could put the other scan up, KG.
Let me see.
Particle anime Pokemon Star. The other one is Sato.
Yeah, this just came to my mind.
There you go.
It's kind of crazy how out of all the characters that we knew previously in that series, it's got to be Korrina that's the first one to return.
Yeah, it says in the middle. It says in the middle there, 二人の冒険はすべての地方が舞台, which means they're like these two adventures. Let's see, these two adventures. That's kind of weird, but that's how it is. It's like their adventures in all of the regions. Is going to be taking place in all the regions. Butai means like scene, so. That at least now we know that there's going to be no stone unturned. They're actually going to go to all the damn regions now.
Except I noticed Alola is MIA for now, but I'm glad. I'm very glad it is.
Here's my thing though, because there's a lot. Like even as much as I love X and Y, I was waiting for them to go to Kalos. I know that Alola is going to be shaky because it's the last series that came out before this one. There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, wait your turn.
And it's also the region where Ash had the biggest bond with like his Pokemon and characters. So it's
and it was
scary.
A lot of characters.
It's scary.
In fact,
he can't afford to forget shit in a lot.
Yeah, otherwise the community. Oh, not like that.
Oh no! If that happens, we're gonna be having hard.
I think even people who don't like Sun and Moon, like that's just
He can't look at Kukui and say, "Who are you?" If he does, I think people will riot.
Yeah, be like, "Who's Rowlet?"
I'll stop watching.
That would be the end of it.
I think they're gonna be saving it for last.
As much as I'm indifferent to Sun and Moon, I know that the best amount of like interactions and development are in that series. Ash, connected with pretty much every character, from side character to reoccurring character to main character in that series. Mostly because they didn't have a journey. They were just sort of screwing around in melee for 90% of the series. Yeah. So he can't afford to bullshit because he's been in all 4 islands plus the Aether Foundation. He can't. Yeah. It's so much pressure to put continuity in that region. They can't fuck that up.
Also, another big factor to add to that, the islands are small.
Like, so, even with Kalos, you can argue, okay, Ash may go to some places in Kalos that he didn't go his first time round. That's fine. Kalos is a big place. Alola is a small hut with a family that knows who Ash is. Like, there's no way.
He's literally the face of the region because he's a champion.
Right.
Oh, by the way.
Oh, go ahead, Polly.
No. It's by the way, Go. Don't be pissed.
I was a champion.
Hey, Ash, welcome. I'm good.
Just an excuse for more ass grabbing.
Hey, Ash, we're glad you're back.
I don't mind that.
We're glad you're back, Ash. Who's this asshole? Oh, it's just my friend Go from the other series. No, you got to tell he's not welcomed in Alola.
Yeah, they put him back into the plane and kick him out.
That a whole emotional ending too. Like, I feel like we need to just give it some time.
Exactly. Yeah. I would say at least year 2.
He literally just left like a couple of weeks ago.
But the most important thing on that page though is the fact that they only show 5 regions there. Because the first one left says Futari no Kyoten Kanto Chiho, so it's kind of then Gararu Chiho no Superstar Dande Tanjo.
Galar.
For Galar.
That's
I say this, and what they're probably gonna do is cop out and make Ash and Go to like some ultra wormhole to be in a different dimension. Like, oh, they're in Alola, right?
Or they make Ash go to like the battle tree, which he's never been to before. So.
Yep.
That's I'll fucking kill somebody if they do.
Well, that. I mean, in that picture, they specifically say Hoen Chiho no Battle Frontier ni.
I mean, they might do it.
Hey, man, I heard Battle Frontier. Don't open your mouth and say those words.
Hey, that already happened, Terrell.
It already happened. It specifically happened, yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't good.
Terrell, I agree with you. The battle tree would be good, but Alola's still such a small place. It's impossible for no one to run into Ash and go, "Oh, hey, it's Ash."
Well, that boy.
Who that boy?
Eat that boy. Now, just to also add last statements to the whole Sobble bit, the only reason why I just said in regards to Ash not getting Sobble is you guys already know I am not a big fan of the starters at all in Galar. I've stated that almost every week, and I probably will until we see the episode actually drop and see if Ash or Go catches it. Now here's the thing.
Clinically depressed Mudkip.
Now, here's the thing, though. I want people to understand why I'm viewing it like this time around, where I think Sobble's not going to go with Ash in particular. I will say, though, it will suck. It will really suck, honestly, if Sobble goes with Go, in my opinion, only because I know, given how the Cubone episode went, that means Sobble is going to be rejected in the background, which that sucks in itself. But,
yeah, that sounds about right.
You know, Go needs to catch all the Pokemon, first of all, so I'm pretty confident he's going to have to catch one eventually.
KG, you're the reason Sobble's always crying.
Yeah, probably. I probably am.
But see, the trade-off is, though, KG, that means that Ash will get thwacky.
No, that's what I was gonna say. See, I can fight about Sobble, but then I gotta remember that there's the stupid monkey that's also gonna be coming up ahead soon. So I need to think about either picking my poison. Listen, if I'm to somehow manage to take one starter away so that Ash only gets one starter instead of 2, I'll gladly do that. Especially if the 6th Pokemon that Ash could catch could end up being a fan favorite from the Johto series. Being, as presented here, Tyranitar.
Oh my god.
Oh,
you mean Pikachu's target practice? Every time Tyranitar is on screen, Pikachu.
No, that's Masters.
That's blue.
Oh, okay. I was like, Gary.
Green. Sorry, that's green.
That's blue.
No, every time Tyranitar shows up on screen, Pikachu kills it. Like that. I don't know what.
There's a lot of Pokemon on the screenshot though. Like
Doodlelot and fucking Alcremie.
Yeah, Ash beat Alon's Tyranitar. He beat Team Rocket's Tyranitar. He beat a Tyranitar in movie 20 1. Yeah, he beat 1 in movie 21.
Tyrone, you know what they say, right?
Was 9 plus 10.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Ah, okay.
That was a Bad Queen song from the Jazz album, by the way.
So Tyranitar is gonna be because Tyranitar every time it shows up, Pikachu kills it.
That's right. It needs some proper representation.
Right, I'm so flabbergasted. Like, how is Pikachu always beating Tyranitar? What the fuck?
Yeah, so that's all I'm hoping. I know somebody in the chat said, I hope it's that Larvitar. Well, we all hoped it would have been that Riolu, and look how that turned out. So let that kind of tell you how things will go for Tyranitar. I'm pretty confident it's going to be a Tyranitar they find in the wild. And then, he even beats the Tyranitar in the opening. You're right. I forgot. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god, yeah, on site, bruh.
Yeah, and it's Team Rockets, I think.
Yes.
Team Rockets.
Man, I'm still waiting for Ash to catch that Sobble.
Okay, so listen, I can understand if you guys want to see Sobble.
Masters, by the way.
Yeah, there's the whole Sunny.
No, it's Pokemon Scale World.
Yeah, so there's a lot of merch going around. The only one I'm focusing on, of course, is the one on the top left over there.
Yeah, the Pokemon Kids.
Yes.
Satoshi and Go. Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, that's my take on it. I personally do not want to see any of the starters go to Ash this time around. I think that would be really cool.
But come on,
we need the finger bang gun.
No, I'm not saying it's not a bad thing. I'm still saying, like, you could still see the finger bang thingamabob, but now with Go instead of with
But
Ash.
come on, you want to have him Dynamax and fucking Sniper.
If he gets any of the starters, I'd rather him get Grookey.
Yeah, here's the thing. If I have to, like I said, if I have to make a choice between Ash getting 2 starters...
Buddy? What do you mean, fuck no, TSS?
No, the problem is he will not have an epic fucking. He won't have the epic drum kit.
Is he willing to strap it on his back?
If we get Thwacky, yes.
But unless if he gets a fucking a drum kit that looks like fucking 2 people, either fucking Roger Taylor's fucking drum kit or
I just wanted to actually have a drum when he's in the battle.
Basically, you want a drummer with freaking crazy fucking drum kit like fucking Jonathan Sugarfoot Moffat. If he doesn't have that shit, double fucking crash cymbals, let's fucking go. But if it's not, sorry, we're not gonna have the fucking giant drum kit.
Like I said, I literally thought he would strap it on his back. Pokemon have proven 1,000 times.
No, Jesus has been extra tonight.
Any items that they carry, sometimes they try to find a way to make it like part of their person. Now I know this is a dumb comparison, but I know
how long it's gonna take him to evolve.
I know Pokemon, like Ash has had Pokemon with possessions before. Obviously, they're part of their bodies.
God, please. Give him the what?
Score Bunny?
No, what did Richie say?
Yeah, don't give him the Scorbunny treatment.
Oh, where the minute he evolves,
he ain't shit. Oh yeah, okay.
No, Ash has got more. But we've had Pokemon with possessions before. Like Ash's Squirtle will put glasses behind its back, in its shell when it fights. Crocodile has glasses. Ash's Sceptile has a twig in its mouth. Oshawott has a Scout Chop.
So if Grookey, I guess the stick.
I feel like they'll find a way.
Oh yeah, the stick is definitely going to be a thing. That's what I'm saying. Like the Rillaboom you're worrying.
I feel like Rillaboom.
will not worry.
I feel like Rillaboom's drum set will just be like the wooden part, the wooden part, because it's based off the tree stump. So that wooden part will be there, but he can strap it onto his back.
It's going to be a drum on a stick.
Here's my thing. Because realistically, and I've said,
and then he'll put the sticks in his hair,
if he was gonna get a Mon, I would have preferred him getting Scorbunny, but because that can't happen now,
unless
it's gotta be.
Unless Go trades Reboot for Riolu.
Teleon just would make thematically more sense with Go. In my opinion,
I don't know, man.
I think thematically it makes more sense to give Ash Thwacky.
Here's the thing.
I like Thwacky's design. That's why I keep saying Thwacky. Gurky.
That's very wacky.
I heavily preach
Sobble.
I heavily preach Sobble to go to Ash, okay? Like, I have a picture of Sobble on my locker room, and I tell her every day.
I can't wait when Sobble goes to Go, and then he's like, I have failed you. Like in Dexter's Lab. Now, okay, listen. I just want to also clarify my reasons why as well I think Sobble could go to Go. And this is something I'm pretty surprised, honestly, that none of you guys seem to remember the last series at all whatsoever, because the last series did something. Well, apparently I might have been like one of the few who only watched it from the beginning.
Well, they made that show 4KG.
Yeah, that was the KG show. That was my era, right there.
Hey, even though I hated like the first half of the damn series, I still watched all the fucking episodes.
Yeah,
I watched all the episodes.
I watched the League.
Yeah, I want you guys to take a look at Exhibit A right here for me real quick. Of course, you see Ash, not with Ash, we go on to the left over there, you'll see a Sobble.
Your Honor, this evidence is irrelevant.
This evidence is irrelevant. Now, the reason why I brought this up in particular is because I want people to understand something very important in regards to the fact that, this kind of thing is very, very prevalent throughout like a lot of the series in in past generations, specifically with Sun and Moon.
This is bullshitting.
I want you to take a look at Pokemon the series Sun and Moon and take a look at example A, Eevee. Now, in the trailer for Pocket Monster 2019, what did they do? They took one of Ash's voice clips and placed it on top of both Sobble and of Riolu. This happened with Sun and Moon, where they had this picture of Eevee in particular right in front of Ash. And they even also decided to go the extra mile to make mini episodes with that Eevee. If you remember.
Yeah.
Where they had to make it seem like it's a big deal because it's hanging out with Pikachu and the other Pokemon as the story progressed further into, the story. So this Eevee in particular was very, relevant during the beginning of this particular arc, which ultimately led to the closure of it coming out with Lana catching that particular Pokemon instead. And she ended up staying with that Eevee, which, if I'm correct, was called, what was it called again, if I can remember? Nagisa, I think it was.
Nagisa.
Yeah, Nagisa. So I want that to be there. Now, the second example, and this is something that's always going to be the case, the very first Sun and Moon opening as well. Remember that Grubbin?
Yeah, never.
Ash caught the Grubbin, supposedly. Never happened. Now, of course, that's an opening, so anything can happen. The only reason why I'm saying this, guys, is because I want you guys to understand that just because a trailer makes it look like something's going to happen doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Cough, cough, episode end.
Yeah, just
cough,
like
Charizard versus Reshiram.
Yajidu Shininatte 2013, the fucking epic battle. We never see that.
JJ, didn't this tweet get you in trouble earlier?
Oh, this tweet got me in trouble, but if this tweet ends up making me the victor out of this whole thing, then I'm going to gladly take all of that.
This was supporting your shipping lore of Ash and Lana.
Yeah, listen, man, I still support Sushi shipping 110%. Screw that Blue Angel shipping title. I don't understand why that exists. That's a horrible
they played the problem is they played.
That's when shippings died. Right then and there.
They played too much Blue Angels by Accolade on the fucking Amiga.
I just want to hear Kevin talk about shipping.
Yeah.
I still hate in the opening Pokemon Best Wishes episode end when they show Charizard about to fight with Reshiram.
Yeah, that's what we just talked about before. Yeah, we were saying like these are examples.
That was such a letdown.
Twins when it comes to this.
This is something that unfortunately is relevant in the series. They make things look like it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, with all this, the only thing I could say is that this is the only defense I could give towards Ash not catching Sobble. That's it. I can't say nothing about Grookey because there's nothing laid out for Grookey at this moment aside from the ending, which the ending in itself could be its own lie. So ignore the ending for now. The only thing I could do is just fight against Sobble. I don't know how my end is going to reach when it gets to, Grookey. But if it does allow Ash to get a Tyranitar because now there's an extra slot open, then I'll gladly take that. I'll gladly accept Grookey.
Koharu's going to catch them both and the internet's going to catch on fire.
Oh, no, that's actually even better then. Then it'll give, her something to go with.
Oh, God. She caught them both.
He has 2 slots, KG. Exactly. One for Tyranitar and the other one for Latias. Boom. There you go.
Well, the running thing with Koharu is that Pokemon actually love her. Like, they just, she's the shit to them for some reason.
They've made artwork for her in some episodes.
Yeah, that's why I always thought that Sobble would go to her. Because Go would have Scorbunny, Ash would have Grookey, and Koharu would have Sobble. Because Sobble would be so, depressed. It'd be crying when it's with everybody else.
Yeah,
but when it's in Koharu's arms, it finally cheers up.
Yeah, here's just one problem. They're in Galar. And that Sobble's in Galar.
Maybe Koharu's like, hey, I'm going with you guys on this one. Or
wouldn't they state it in the summary?
Are you implying that Koharu's gonna get some type of development? Ah! You're funny.
I mean, hey, at this point, I wouldn't. I'm basing it off of what I know about Sobble and what I know about Koharu's character up to this point.
What do you know about Koharu's character?
Pokemon love her.
Welcome to Koharu, everybody.
They did that running.
Koharu the show.
They did that running thing every time she shows up. Where like Yamper liked her the most. All the Pokemon when they were in the orange.
Yamper's is hers. I almost canonically say Yamper belongs.
Yeah, and when they did the orienteering episode, the recap basically. Yeah, that one. All the Pokemon that
that one.
Yeah, all the Pokemon that Go caught all flocked to Koharu. Like even though Go caught them, they all flocked to Koharu because she just. What?
Sorry, wait, you can finish what you're saying.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Now, this might be a Pokemon Go question, or maybe Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I don't know, because I kind of always forget game details.
Mm-hmm.
But why do you think this takes place in Vermilion City? Like, why couldn't the lab have been in Galar? Is it Galar or Galar? I say Galar.
Galar. Yeah, it could be either or.
Either or.
Like, why wasn't the lab there? And why wasn't Go and Koharu from there?
I want to tell myself because Vermilion City has a port, and they use the boat to go to different regions.
Yeah,
but they had the Lugia.
Yeah, well, the Lugia is not there.
I know from.
Unfortunately, the Lugia is Mew.
The Lugia is a plot.
They could have been using the Corviknight taxi like responsible adults.
Yeah. There's just always something
I chalked it up to the fact that there's a port there, unfortunately. Also because Kanto lets go.
Yeah, I know. That's what I figured. It just sucks because I feel like Galar is really getting the short end of this. Like, I mean, obviously we don't know anything for sure.
Why do you think they're doing Twilight Wings?
Yeah.
To be fair, though, Galar isn't really memorable.
Now, how dare you?
What?
In terms of its routes.
No.
Can you remember any of the routes besides the great,
besides
the wild area?
The towns I remember.
I remember the towns.
I can't remember all of them. The only one I can remember is the one in Melanie.
Glenwood Tangle. What the fuck?
Balloon.
The only one I can remember off the top of my head is the big finale one. I don't even remember the name of it. The one in the forest with the mushrooms.
Listen, Tyrone, I'm gonna leave my spirit with you because I need to go to sleep because I have work tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we have to end anyway. So
I need you to defend
Galar. Okay, yeah, I'll do it.
My steed.
Yeah, we should save that for next week, though. Like, why are we gonna hold it all now? We need something for week 2 anyway. We have nothing else.
What were you saying, Polly? Finish your thing.
I wanted Tyrone to be here for the hot take. I was gonna.
Go ahead.
It opens up a huge can of worms, and this is literally from the beginning of the stream, but I didn't get to say it, so I was just gonna say it when we ended.
We have Holly.
We have work in the morning.
I want to know now.
No, it kind of ties into my concerns about the anime in general.
Say it.
No, the episodes that we don't like. I figured out an episode, and let's see if you can guess which one the other one I don't like.
Okay, give us a hint. Is it in this series?
In this series. Uh-huh.
Wait, what was the first one you didn't like? I don't remember the first
one. The bug one that Richie also didn't like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course.
I thought you said you didn't like the...
I don't think it's the Univo one.
It's kind of obvious.
The whole episode?
No. Well...
The what?
I guess it's iconic, yes.
The first episode?
The first one. Uh-huh. I don't like the first episode.
Oh, you mean the Pichu?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Pichu thing?
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I forget about that episode.
Okay, all right. I need context. Like,
all right.
What about
I need to. I feel like I'm not strong enough to back this up.
Well, to be fair, I can't say anything because I actually enjoyed that episode.
I remember the episode, but I
barely remember that episode.
But I'm curious. I just want to know what specifically about it you don't like.
The fact that we barely remember it.
Well, that's. How do I frame this?
I remember all of it mostly.
I am a purist when it comes to Takeshi Shudo's original novelizations. Everything that was Ash's backstory, I get wary when they try to. That's why I was always wary about movie 20 because it was, even though it turned out to be an alternate universe, which kind of it saved it for me because I was afraid that they were going to do things that I didn't like that would stray away from that original. Now I know that the show is totally strayed away from those novelizations, but it comes down to personal preference. Like personally, I don't like the episode because it's hard to explain. Sorry, I have to gather my thoughts.
Let me ask you a question: is your issue more so with the Pikachu origin in history, or the Go Koharu?
It's the combined aspect of it. I didn't want Go. I didn't want Go and Koharu to be at the Professor Oak. It messes with my personal timeline of the way I kind of always saw things playing out. Like Go and Koharu to me are new and they're young, and like it's weird seeing that timeline at the same time that Ash is like waking up on his going.
I
on his
get
journey.
it.
Like,
I get it now. It makes a lot of sense.
And it feels like
you would think if Ash grew up in that area, he would at least know and/or have heard of them at one point. Yes. But now it's like, oh, suddenly Go and Koharu, yeah, they've always been there.
But to be fair, that's probably the reason why I didn't like that's why I didn't like the Serena stuff, because
but the Serena stuff didn't press on it as much.
That's actually this. I had the same issue, even though the Poliwag was in that, but. I had the same. There's always a Poliwag or a Poliwhirl.
I think you just like. I like that your line follows Ash in his history.
No, yes, that's why I also didn't like the Serena thing either, because it's like they didn't have the decency to even show Gary at this summer camp, but now they're bringing all these new characters, saying that they also had a past at the same time Ash was there.
It also doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things,
and it doesn't mean anything.
That's what kind of pisses me off more about it. It's that's because remember I think we knew about Serena's past before the show had even aired. Like they had already been showing teasers of it, and I was like, cool, that might lead into some interesting dialogue. And it didn't
cool. This is never gonna happen again.
They chalked it up to Ash just sort of forgetting that it exists.
Yeah, so like the problem with the Go and Koharu stuff is that, and they don't even meet in the episode. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah, Ash fell asleep.
They don't meet each other, and I'm like, then what the hell is the point of them even being here in the first place? Like it.
No, but doesn't that kind of keep the timeline canon at that point? Because since they never interact with each other, that's the
why do it?
It's just not done. It's not. Yeah, why do it? And also, why do it in this season? Like, why? What's so great about this series that has to be in there? That should have been in like OS. Like that whole thing. I wish that could have been an OS.
I don't know how you feel about the Pichu and the Kangaskhan stuff.
I'm indifferent to it. Like, yeah, like that's.
I thought it was fine.
However, I don't like that they didn't show what happened. I thought they were going to show if I wanted a Pikachu origin story, I want to know how Pikachu got from the wild into Professor Oak's laboratory.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they sloppied that up. Pikachu was just sort of running, and all of a sudden,
it's like a part of the prequel you didn't care about. Like, how did Pikachu evolve? Well, you didn't really care about that to begin with.
Yeah. So, man, I just went off. I was so annoyed.
No. But here's the thing. But here's the thing. The Pikachu stuff, I'm fine with because it has the potential to lead into an episode that's worth something later on, like maybe re-meeting that.
I mean, it still doesn't explain Professor.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But at least it would have some type of full circle effect.
I think it will. Obviously, for the Mew stuff, it's like that's well and good, but I just wish that Go and Koharu had that whole thing separate. Like, I almost wish that the Pikachu thing didn't happen at all, or it happened in another series.
You know, the other reason why I don't like that, I agree that I don't.
Episode care one, episode one.
I would agree about the Go and Koharu stuff only because the Go and Koharu stuff, it set up their personalities from jump, and they haven't changed since then.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish we had been introduced to them the way they are now, and then gotten a flashback of how they became friends in their interactions instead of this bullshit we got. Oh, well, we've been friends since we were kids, and I want to catch Mew. Like, this could have been set up for a better backstory we got in a later episode versus what we end up getting, which is just a poor man's origin for Pichu that, by the way, has some sprinkling.
They could have actually.
Oh, fuck you, Donnie! Well played. He's like, I think they're friends. That's true. You don't know they're friends.
Yeah. Richie, did you want to say something though?
No. I mean, they could have expanded on the story. Actually, I mean,
but I guess I can understand that in the sense that like it's another like motherfucker. You've
like how
did you change the origin, and it doesn't mean anything. So why did you do it?
This goes into my whole thing about and I know I'm annoying with the continuity. It's just that
that's fine.
They try to shoehorn in all these little like bits and pieces of like Ash's childhood, but they don't. But it's like it only goes so far. Like Gary,
I wouldn't even say the problem. What I have with it is that it's more for that's a cool episode idea. All right, we'll never address it again. What literally, it's almost like we're just trying to fill in the runtime. The amount of
this is why I wish there was another Chronicles so that they have the time and the room to do this without any like.
Yeah, but Chronicles is more of a spinoff, and the problem with it is that the canon is so fucked up between pretty much ever since Best Wishes. The canon's been so fucked up. There's not really any room to consistently tell that kind of story.
No consistency whatsoever.
They've kind of retconned or changed things. Like Misty isn't the same. Misty and Alola is not the same Misty to me in some ways.
You're not Misty.
And it's not like on some ridiculous shit, but it's more like just in different tiers. Like there's just not they're not.
Yes.
It's just too much. They've done too much to the series at this point.
Yeah, I can agree on that. I want to get to that though, TSS.
Go ahead, TSS.
But I also understand that Richie also told me he wanted to say something real quick as well.
Oh no, I already said. I can restate it again real quick.
Yeah, please, because I probably was unable to get it because I was getting this image in particular here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like
No, you're fine. I personally just want to make sure I rehear it is all. That's all.
Yeah, we just want to make sure everybody's saying their things.
Right, absolutely. I'll say real quick. I agree about the episode 1 not really being a favorite. I'm actually not really surprised that. I'm actually not even shocked with the take. Like that's how much of an agreement I am with that thing. Just to say this real quick. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it doesn't matter, or maybe it wouldn't have. But I feel like they could have expanded on the Pikachu story just a little bit. I mean, yes, we see what it was as a Pichu when it went through with the Kangaskhan and all that stuff. But afterwards, I kind of wanted. I still was left with a few questions, like how did Oak see the Pikachu? Where did Pikachu go? Where did he do all this time afterwards? After he evolved, like, can we see something about that? That's just my take on it. Really.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, instead of it being something way more engaging, it just peters out into, oh, that's a nice episode.
I thought it was nice.
It's a cute Pokemon story. It's not a cute Ash and Pikachu.
It doesn't tie into Ash and Pikachu.
It felt like a Pokemon Chronicles episode.
It makes you question, well, that means it was pretty nice and kind as a Pikachu when it evolved. So why did it become so? Yeah, why did it get so jaded in between when it left the Kangaskhan and when it met Ash?
Also,
could be a backstory for that.
It bugs me that
see, and that's the thing. There's still potential to do something with it.
It bugs me the way they treated Pichu. What the fuck, Lily?
Don't worry about it.
It bugs me the way they treated Pichu, and then when it's captured and then evolves into Pikachu, it's just this jerk, and it's just like the show. I don't trust the show enough to
I don't trust modern
handle
Pokemon.
The idea of a backstory of why it hates being confined in Pokeballs.
The thing is that Polly,
why it refuses to evolve, like.
And just to give you context, like Polly, that's the kind of shit that used to tick me off. But I think X and Y was was the most I ever got angry about it. And once I realized that show said fuck that canon, I kind of came to the realization that's how the show is going to handle any historical evidence. And to be fair, this is before I didn't even think we would ever see any of the other side characters again. So I was fucking surprised that we got Brock and Misty. But I think that was more pandering than anything else. Like I don't have that kind of faith in the show. That's why I was surprised how well written Ash is in 2019 or in Journeys. I mean, to say I have become more and more jaded as the anime has gone forward is an understatement. That is just another thing. It's just that where you're at with it is where I was at with it like last 2 generations.
Oh, I've been this way. I just had high hopes for that, but then I always
see
get my
something
hopes
real
up.
quick.
It also just seems like a weird fucking thing to do for this series to be like,
Hey,
oh, here, by the way, here's the backstory of Pichu and fucking in the Kangaskhan. And I was like, okay, that's a little different.
That's actually really cool.
Is that going to lead to some narrative device? No.
I just really wanted to be Go and Koharu.
It's a nice image of Raichu.
And like instead of Professor Oak, it would just be Professor
I
Sakuragi.
wish his, you know what I would prefer if his mom was more prevalent
in this show.
In this show, like she kind of came off like
it's so weird. Ash's mom in this show is just like the commute from here to back will be. I'm like, you went to Alola like twice. The fuck are you talking about? 3 times actually.
Probably like an hour maybe.
And which I think is the most consistent she's been in like
any series
region. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't have minded her being there and having more, like, side... Because the problem with her is that we get the stereotypical mom shit with her. And I'm like, that's cool, but if you're so close to home anyway, what's the big fucking deal?
I think OG handled Delia the best.
She was really prevalent in the Chronicles.
Yeah.
But see that, I just don't think... I think the way...
OG handled her the best. She would show up for literally, like...
One, the anime isn't as popular as it used to be, and then 2... I think realistically they fucked up. They've ruined the canon of Pokemon to the point where now it's like a fucking mess, and that would imply they can't have any interest in fixing it.
She had a major role in movie 3,
and I don't think she will know.
Ask TSS, like, do you know what the ratings are right now for?
In the basement, they're less than 2.5. They're not even on. They're not even coming up on. They're not even in the top 10. They haven't been in the top 10 much since freaking Sun and Moon. Since they changed, since the last episode that actually scored above 3 was like a couple of episodes before the time switch and the date switch.
Yeah, ever since the date switch, that killed it for them.
Yeah, because they went against Chibi Maruko-chan and the mangaka just died like 3 months before they moved, like 2 months.
Really nice.
Don't they know that like?
Yeah.
All right.
So actually, I'm sorry, Polly.
No, it's okay. I always wind up ranting about this whole thing. It's like, don't they care? Like,
no,
don't they care?
I think the reality I've come to with the Pokemon anime in a lot of ways is that if it happens to be entertaining, cool, more likely we're promoting games and merchandise.
Yes, buy our toys. It's always been like that,
and so it'll always be like that.
I had to accept that to a degree. That's why I would say for me, Best Wishes was the last region I like thoroughly enjoyed. This region would be a close second, depending on how it goes moving forward. But like Sun and Moon, X and Y didn't do shit for me personally, and I feel bad because X and Y should have done shit for me, considering it's like what Tyrone likes to call it all the time. Is like it's so shonen about the way it handles things, and X and Y did not click with me at all. But see that's the difference.
What was the most popular? I guess OS. Obviously.
OS was because they had a 16% rating at the peak, like 18%. They were averaging 18 to 20%.
And what was the highest after that? I guess.
DP, I want to say.
DP, but actually, Best Wishes 1 was the last time they actually got a freaking thing. I think it was like a 6.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, DP's was like 8 or 7 somewhere.
Yeah, about 8 or 9, like an 8, like an 8 or like 7s and 8s. When the new PocketMonsters.net version 6 of the website, which is going to be done soon, you'll be able to view every single available rating in a timeline and a chart.
Thank you.
So you can see that massive decline.
I knew that you would know. I just didn't know if there was any way to
show.
Well, you'll be able to show. You'll get it soon enough, maybe in a month or 2. So with that being said, I posted. You saw in the stream a little bit ago.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. The only reason why I did that is because if you noticed here, all these posters, you'll see some fan favorite Pokemon and images we've seen before in the past. Like obviously not the Frog. I'm sorry, the Infernape there.
Infernape.
Primarina, Dragonite, Charizard. And when you look over here to the side, it's Gladian's team and Ash's team from Alola in particular. So I love that little detail there. But anyway, I'm going to go now transfer it back to the original image that I had beforehand. So let me just...
I'm going to go pass out because I'm tired.
All right. Yeah, so this is probably going to be the last thing. We're probably going to take like a minute or so. But TSS, take it away, buddy.
Okay. Yes. So this was posted by... Pikachu PCN or Pokemon Center Nakayama on YouTube. It's just a general poster that was inside of a magazine, like a magazine here. This is now the new general poster for the anime series. It just says Kondo no Pokemon anime wa double shujinko. W they use that for double. So if you want to know why the hell they're using the letter W, it's because it's using it for double.
There you go, Truman.
Thank you.
So yeah, and then it just says Terebi Tokyo ni de mainichi, let's see, mainichi nichiyo yugata shiji kara hoso, which means it's on every Sunday at 6 on the TV Tokyo networks. And it just gives you like the Anime TV website on the bottom there. Interestingly enough, you just see, you know, Jobber Frog, you see an Absol,
Zoroark.
Zoroark,
My boy Zoroark is in here. Yay.
And freaking Rowlet, like, and freaking Rayquaza. God's
in the house too. I love him.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's crazy. But I'm thinking maybe since they're going to go to all the regions, they're going to have to show some of them in the next few, you know, weeks or months or whatever. Because I don't think they would just, you know, throw freaking Jobber Frog or Rowlet on the fucking screen for nothing.
Yeah, Piplup is interesting too. Like,
well, we already have that.
Every region though. It seems.
Yeah, every region is. Every
present.
region is.
No, it's just.
No, it's all right.
Except for surprisingly, Galar only has one. Two. I'm sorry, two. I'm sorry. Yamper.
Yeah, Yamper. Yeah.
Let me see. How many does each one got? There's Pikachu and Mew for Gen 1, Meowth for Gen 1. Okay, there are a couple for every gen, it seems.
They're all there.
Okay, sweet. So at least there's some form of equal presentation. So the worst thing on that poster is Ghost Pokedex. Hey, listen, man, that has one of the best.
That image is the most douchebaggiest. I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all. Y'all ain't getting no sleep because of me image I've ever seen in my life.
Right? And with that, you guys ready to go and call it a wrap then?
Yeah,
let's go ahead and close it up. We're almost.
All right, everybody, thank you guys so much for being with us.
Thank you for over 50 people on the stream consistently tonight.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm surprised with a stream that had little to no content regarding episode stuff. We managed to somehow surpass that, which is incredible. So
yeah.
I guess, you know, of course, everybody in the call, those that left as well, such as Evie, Terrell, Nessa, you know, thank you guys so much. And we absolutely appreciate it, every single one of you. We really do, you know, and we hope you guys continue to enjoy more of our shenanigans within the coming weeks. And I hope you guys continue to join us every now and then, you know, on Mondays, 10 p.m. Eastern time, as always. And, you know, here's to many more random shenanigans that we could possibly pull off in the future episodes. But yeah, we'll see how things will go. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope to see more opportunities where we can continue to chit-chat about random things, because I feel like with the episodes no longer here, we're able to take an opportunity to kind of break things down for things we've enjoyed. And I would really
kind of like a retrospective, really.
Yeah. Next week, I'm going to try to kind of compile something a little interesting for us to kind of review on. Because I know how much a lot of us love the dub site for openings and endings and stuff like that. So I'm going to try making like a particular kind of like, not a poll, but like similar to the tier maker list, where we're going to be focusing on the dub first before going into the Japanese openings. Where we're going to go over the dub openings and see how we rank them. I intend to do something like that. I think that would be a nice little fun.
Sounds like fun. Because we're going to have a lot of people. We're going to have a lot of differing opinions. I think it's
it's going to be crazy.
Wait, when is that?
I'm going to plan on doing a tier maker list, and we're all going to work together to try to make a tier maker list for the dub opening of Pokemon in general.
That'll be fun. Great. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that means? I'm gonna have to break out the freaking files and listen to the dub music again. So
yeah, so I'll work on that. We're gonna try to do that for the next week's stream. So we hope to see you guys there. And then after that one, we'll then go into the Japanese side and focus on the Japanese openings, followed up, if we still continue on with the quarantine, with the Japanese endings.
I have a sorter that I made for both.
Really now?
If you want to make one, well, I don't have it. It's not a tier maker though, so.
Okay,
we're going to discuss it. We're going to discuss each and every one of them in real time. So I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, so I think that will be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you guys there. Once again, thank you everybody for being with us here tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed our show for tonight. Make sure to follow these guys in their respective Twitters if you have yet to do that. So please go ahead and do that. I know maybe is any of my boys actually streaming right now?
Taco.
Oh, my boy Taco is he's streaming New Horizons. What do you know? Would you look at that? Let me go and actually raid this man. So let's go wrap things up with a nice old raid. What do you guys say? I always love that we're starting to get bigger because this allows me for an opportunity to kind of raid those of my friends who are online. So Taco right now is doing a Animal Crossing live stream. Let's go and say hi to him. Why don't we? If you guys want something to relax, please go ahead, click in to join us for a raid for the night, and we will gladly see you there. My name is KG Prestige once again. I'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, everybody, and as always, have yourself an awesome day. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Have yourself merry.